ala baraka bake badingolu. Ali haketu naka, it's a late night show. Usually I don't normally come this late. Bao di na jata musol UDP TV&MEDIA jaraining hari wala natanum before ntamina somanda. So I have to give them the chance puli yala so nyinke. So nata jafana kombe sunkarolo kono. Soning sunto na benta drong. Ikala mo ilal batandila. So ola na time odi mola men be Africa and men be Europe for nye sungote. Yes, so like I said, it's a late now, so usually mboka now in late, but it's a lamwe suku cleaner wala fula. It's not doing program kono. At the end of the day, and they will keep vindicating us. But in diamo many and intel damal men kadiamo nyo atutan telebulu form partam fande malale as a country. Form partam kam fankano as Gambians as human beings, and also form beka men for bento. Because I think it's getting too much and it's getting out of control. Disaster upon disaster, damage control upon damage control, errors over errors. Mistake Killing Bill in 1965 up to date, within the First Republic, the Second Republic, and now the Third Republic. Nikabinka mol sort of anameni alongo ika titar ko ni masakunda ba katakane o previous masakunda ya katale. The other masakunda before the Second Republic for ya katale. Akanjakal bakal, why Gambians hate themselves so much? Why do we hate ourselves this much? A small country like the Gambia, with a population of not more than 2 million people, and in Kodoman Gambia Sato Okono, Skaro Okono, Samo Okono. Fire service curriculum from Masoto. Fire service curriculum from Masoto no. From 1965 up to date. Fire service curriculum from Masoto no Gambia. And it can be Gambia no Kolo Aka Siso Kosi. And it can be Gambia no Kolo Aka Kabo Kungkung Ulindi. Yes, 3 years journal Makon Katajana param. Government was able to buy water tanks. They were able to import gas, Maxol, batons. But they cannot even provide a good ambulance to our hospitals, a good fire trucks to our fire stations. And kabi Gambenol, dolkalo ekamasa kunda fasa. Badi Gambian call. Al nam fanyi ninka. Why Gambenol? Ntal dama kata jaro la wandi bankol ka. I think that's just enough question. Me alongo. Mamanya na sila fankanyo saba. Why Gambenol dama kata jaro la wandi bankol ka? Why kata jaro la Senegal? Yes, Abubakar Kebe. Yes, man na life man fin te follow. But at the same time, but na suko la wensina kamera ni londiku. Dunia la bouncy, la Mandela bankuna, kansundia marla mimbodna nye santola. Wali ulvele doye de kendulu mansiya, munadum mukulot, musdana la ziyada. Allahumma ya Rabbi, salli ala Muhammadi. Dunia men ko dindi manso batolela. Dunia mine di la manso la te baila. Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad. Gambia la musubanna li nimilbe chodila. Bidolla kabro bayda tumbo be doluda. Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad. Alfa jamadun da dimba kono ima bara. Ikan de la corda, musgandale kan kata. Muna musufutu wala kan maika na fo Amerika. Ala manso musorlaldi, hanmi manfura Amerika. Bido mu fentan de samaika ifangama. Ala ka ge wala nyama, lanya dunde kulula. Allahumma ya Rabbi, salli ala Muhammadi. Koda min jama mo bebe nyoka ibe kakala. Kule
bendina bandai de gagala Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammadi kalamu lora folol kole kulu wani karang wala yatin la jamanu la benin baraka fintita irenda wana ta karamu do musongai bote sutrala wala hakilo tinya lundi de salla enda hausula Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammadi Barbonyo to nasiba be jankar le sambala kilala ya watana tala dino lafta sawarla furbolo nasiban du dino to kujaude nila sarato lu mafata ya marakolu milkana salwa dole kande kana besa kajafola kana banto ke kafirti kafire ka haramuta ninna dalul be mimbala kana ma bendi saldula ni yadala solu minjo de la gra wala be kontela Allahumma ya Rabbi salala Muhammadi ala gaye Qur'ana ba jindin akiti ala fasikile kabla wala mujalim de kafiriya Qur'ana ba goita jamanu jamanina sida ala minna dalum wala galunda kubela Allahumma ya Rabbi salala Muhammadi Babu dungana likidi dala lenkala walla kidi ode banna kesole ganyame do vela yakiti o sambalun kar na fulitioli ngom sata ikonita manzombe fankala mune sabare te kanyela ile tare sambataja yana ila kidi ode tilinna imaja la bonke raduko dilale kanyeta Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammadi mana dunia ta tilko eti lagira tillereta lagira dunda jomolo to ninkulolo sankita Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammadi lagira le kuliya falimo mai kawandila muna ya lufan kandi boro minga konotinya Dongtar min ka penko ka jena kono la ketinya yanna ba bole penko la ala bundal jawlula Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammadi lagre le koleta dina nol be forla banko lusa reda dina nol mello kan il faye kembuso to kama kono dinu besina ala wonte man fenke jena do malwa yende fa Emil faye kembuso to kama kona diunu besina ne woli bebe kumbula ala manzo de amfala ala minka joroge kasibunja de jannaba Allahumma ya Allahumma ya Rabbi sayala Muhammadi lumena na borra baba ka borra diunula na mange koleyati deuna ba de talala lumena na borda baba ka borra deunula na mange koleyati deuna ba de talala ale indi alla karfola na ta nyinantela alma vo alma kinna baba le entinya Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad yerla grela koleyata deuna fa mai sonkala Tumo minna koleyai badi malu betala ala indi alla karfola la alnata nyinantela alma fu alma kenna baba lentinya Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad irmin betelo do seran seburta bala natera unta wala sebla kumbala ya de malala Irmin be selo do teran seburta bala na teran de wol sebla kumpale ya de malala ko men se keno tilo nyala mala tanatala na bayda suto la kumba bijanda malala la rabbi sallallahu Muhammad kumandi ya sage kuma bati dunia benyino kama dugdugla da jonkane monen te malala irome Dugdugla jajan kane monen te malala yiro jambule sudra beun sudra ta tiola adama denyi nyala sirifano lulandita Allahumma ya Rabbi salli ala Muhammad kekendani bolon na kurtu julo e bambang mbiro de boyla la kurtu julo le bambanda ndongo de kayro do menga kurtu bongai bekang e ka faye yudal inala moya lu manfuta amaya rabbi sayala muhammadi ala mutala bula ala tenden di selila balu be mu bizi di sayalu de darjala panke ka jakun tawna da ya de jindila ila miro lu femba den da da jamega alama rabbi sallallahu muhammadi sunkutu balang dongola kuma kaunu marsata kadiyatu balang dongola kuma kaunu marsata jare balang dongola kuma kaunu marsata aiso balang dongola kuma kaunu marsata ni manna kuma moide na etinya sadaja asune don misodo bango molu judela wayende ningalong molu nimisata musukendo to nafulu hano fama ko kintara barin dongola toril labam wata jarla dala sila allahumma ya rabbi salli ala muhammad kitabulu kelan na gambiye jate kasabila hanin dengadan di kendo doli to fola kan khalifa one sito ko dabo ni badara sifo kante moro nyandu kiba mimbe piran bakalare amaru dabo ni falle fadera alamela nemo sanjiji maburuntula allahumma ya rabbi salli ala muhammadi munella kat mandenga judu dala lonnala mandina tura soto mandi fonaela ikana kelo kundu sisi ladi temalala mandina dabaro wala kendo jamatinya mandenga dinkar hakili to be do ko bero nya do be jelleve o sonde me hamata kudola allahumma ya rabbi salli ala muhammadi ala wonna gambia tanga fitno la ne yurwa wala wonna gambia tanga fitno dino la nganya benda bango ya dino lu bendan na gambia da jugmala jamaunu janjan da salwa to foni manta allahumma ya rabbi salli ala muhammadi kawando la moy medi alaji jobate ya kenoni aramesa sana jaju martala allahumma ya rabbi salli ala muhammadi baydo le tawora ne fulalon kemo kola marin nalondo sikandi yenge doktora allahumma ya rabbi salli ala muhammadi munella kati mandenga judu dalalon nala mandina tura soto mandi fonaela ikana kerlo kuntu sisi ladi temalala mandina dabaro wala kendo jamatinya mandinga dinkata hakili to be to ko bero nyaado be jellefe o sonde me hameta kudola allahumma ya rabbi salli ala muhammadi allahumma ya rabbi salli ala muhammadi shukran.
Allah baraka bake. Thank you so much, brother Rumni Jabi, aka Alasana Jabi. Mfama badi ngolo minti, badi UDP nkole mu badi ngambelo minti. Mashallah. Bedwala alma ali akamutu abulu, alma ali londo nyin Yurwa kila hormor. Allah baraka bake badi ngolo for joining on UDP TV and media. Like I always said, I'll know what to do. It's never too late to share the show. Momo joined Eben Fejang at this moment. Mbaldana one more time. I'll catch you as much as you could. It doesn't take more than 5 seconds to share the show on your timelines. Mbaldana la for now. I'll ask WhatsApp group also, any messenger group also. Na kachala fitana enta fitana dame. Koten kembe na brother sol tentulambe jala min kata basa hel samatete. Ani brother Njais. Men yalon ko kamakoi kanyim program on record into audio. Na jila ko the demand is too much right now. Men yalon ko kala finyo audio la in program la into audio, especially men be on the ground in the Gambia. So mbena brother flow tentula wala ibe makero men ke kan wo karola. And the moment fanse la fanyo kan pour ke makoi ka program on record into audios, it will really be appreciated by us. But ala baraka bake mbelbe dendi nyina Thank you, Buba Sawane. I love you too. Thank you. Mami alam katele ben fejang at this moment. Buba Sawane, Bafula Baraka Bake. Thank you for the love. I really appreciate it. Brother Baba Njai, anin nakeba Mustafa Sanya, befanantin tulan bejaila. Na sister Kendo Binta Jallo Bafula Baraka Bake for your time. Anin brother Muhammad Sane, befanantin tulan bejaila. Abubakar Keba, thank you so much. Nela Kanwajela, Alma Alejo, I really appreciate it. And I love you more than you do. Abaraka Bake Alma Alejo Nganiola. Abubakar Keba. UDP Damfam Bafle, thank you for joining. Thanks for the welcome. Bena Keba Kontona na chairman ba Menkata Bob Tureti, the chairman or the chairperson UDP Finland chapter in the entire executive for Bay. Ma for the charm the UDP gas chapter the chairman, but for non control the entire executive for Bay. The chairman UDP Sweden chapter, UDP Norway chapter, UDP Italy chapter, UDP Spain chapter. And in a chapter mi alan ko lebe America jam ba fole be abaraka bake le nyaton ko executive on bebe contona for all the job that they are doing and their dedication to nation building. Brother Sekou Cisse ba fole abaraka nakeba brother Musa Toure membe jibe come from France and imol men kam ko brother Lamin Drame jaran koni Ibrahima J Jawara of UDP Maryland chapter mfala wonderful wifey Emi Drame watching all the way from Texas. Bafra Baraka Bake, my regards to your wonderful husband. Brother Pa Ibu Kurbali, thank you so much. Mbe hafta no nyin kile na mashallah. Bimbe alaji yalla. Brother Baraka Bake for the compliments. Pa Ibu Kurbali. Mbe na wonderful lady Kontona, Iron lady. She's also the social secretary of the UDP New York chapter Minkata. Iron lady Jenaba Mas. Bafla, thank you for your time. Thank you for the support. Also, my greetings to the wonderful Iron Lady Solomon Aminata Bakani, Madam Kani, Jabo Young of Gas chapter, Fatusila Sisenyol, Binta Jamme Musanyol, Aji Yai Zaina, Hadi Holimam Chonanjai, aka Hadi Yai Maimunanjai, Yai Princess Bintu, or Yai Bintu. Yai Princess Bintu Yes, aka Fatu Fane, all the way in the Gambia. Fantasy be Bafule Fana Baraka Bake for all the support you always been with us here. Bafula Baraka Bake. Brother Sambu Dabo Mbe Fran Tentula Mbejala Mfali BI and Brother Sekou Tunkara. Na Honorable National Assembly member for Birikama North, Menkara Alhaji S. Dabo Tiba Tontulam by Jailam Bafula Baraka Bake for the wonderful job. Been a wonderful sister soul control member Gambia, na Iron Lady Sol Madina. Din Jai and Zainab Ganin. Thank you so much. Brother Lamin Damfa, Brother Lamin Kamara, Brother Ibrahim Sane, Brother Ibrahim Fadera, Brother Muhammad Sane, and even come to Hadi Sambu Kos, Nakeba Noah Fofana, na Brother Khalid Natamas, and in a wonderful sister Sol Binta, Jamme Musa Flanding Obama, and even come to Fenda Dabo, UDP Atlanta chapter. And in a wonderful warrior here, Menkata Wali Junior, and in Brother Lalo Jaula, Bafla La Barkabake. Samboy Jare, Namento Mohammed Singate in Angola, and in Brother Kausu Dibasi, Brother Lamin Baliza, and in Nakeba Yusufa Jadama, Bafla La Barkabake. Brother Lamin Sonko, and in Molmen Kamtako, Brother Musa Sise, Sambu Dabo of UDP Spain chapter, and in Brother Musa Sise, Mfona Keba. Dudu Sonko be fanan tentura be jela mbadi wol men be fejan drombal dana alkachani sia dadi be duna programme nyin kono bena wonderful brother fanan konto na membe njibe kam all the way from Seattle Washington Menkata brother we dramatic bafla barka bage for the support. My regards to your wonderful wife Fato akontonye bakeje ani mol men kam to ko former Cisse also in Seattle Washington ani na bar musekendo Mariama Dabo Seattle Washington. Na anti Jalika Dabo also Seattle Washington and in a chairman ba Alhaji Sidi Amankani Nalon Katremu the chairman the UDP Seattle chapter and all entire executive from Bebe Tentura Mbejara. Sister Nima Samusa, Brother Kalilu Jain, and even come to Hassan Kagwo and in MA Mane Bafrako Alabarkabaka Brown Cisse Nakeba Seni Mane Dindin Jawo, Tafa Sira, Omar Simaha, anin Baba Sise, Usman Jove, Njais, Modu Danso, Makutu Sane Ture, Jalaman Job, Aisa Jata Dabo, Bakau. That reminds me about Hadinjai, Sibo Bajo, anin Tuti Sar Nibebe Bakau. Sarata Swane, wala Sarata Sawane, anin Baba Njai, Bafra Biko Alabarka. Bolon Sise, Jabi Gasama, Basiru, wala Basiru, Jabi Gasama, Bafle Fana Abaraka Bage. Lamser Fofana, my timekeeper is here with me today. Lamser Fofana. Okay. Thank you so much, brother, for reminding me about the time all the time. Malikaji Nyamenag. But Fatu Sise Cham France, Mandi Mane also. Bafle Abaraka Bage. My wonderful sister is here. Najila mo lafta ka bushi na labat masala mbeji kirina folonda maltamu aji yai zena Bafle Abaraka Bage. Kaji Jatu Dabo Jallo Jerry, and a wonderful lady na musiko Aisa Singate watching all the way from Scotland, and embodying Aliu Jarju, Phyllis Suso, Lamin F. Fati, and in Abdul Esti Hydra, the GMC boy. Paboy Dabo and his no wonderful brother Sergio Fati, Bafle Fana Barkabake. Remember YouTube, Mantral Jacob, Allah Barkabake for the support. We really appreciate it. Remember Njibekele Desktop Bolto, Mantral Jacob, Bafle Allah Barkabake for the support. Remember Gambia, Libya, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Mali, Mbafra Biokala Barkabake for all the support. So once again, Badi one Mbafra Leko Salam Alaikum. Atul Jibe Lalu, Lamo Lalu, and Atul Melam Katilemina in Kacha Jibela later on. Mbali welcome once again on our normal political discussion show on UDP TV and Media. Bitalato May the 12th, 2020. Ndelem koden kala brother sana Jarju. Membe nyamasi ngoto wala mu na brother di Kekendo. So okamala mo be mfeja mbaldani that it's never too late to share the show. Al kachani sia as much as you could. Nanadu programul kom. Mbadi ngolu kontondiro kola alena typical jole bi mbela fla kamen kachajang. Topic number 3. Mbolekala topic number 1. It is now or never. Fellow Gambians, it is now or never. For Gambeno lafte fanna leba. For Gambeno liye fankanu leba. Wala banku dolbe nyame fon lafte na banko yo ko nyama bam. Nyato tala karola. Development la karola. Nyo bunya la karola. Mbolo na nyinyan sangola dana be banna. Gambenol fol laftam fanna la ba fabe dana diamba kenson la ba fombe kala diamula lol damati ba mbolo na nyina samol la. It is now or never, and this is the right time. Mbali mo topic number 2 mbemen kachala jang wala nyinti ko the Brikama market fire disaster menketa kunu albeya jele ani ku ya warata. It's rather unfortunate, but it is very sad. It's a sad situation, me alonko. It could be avoided. It's a sad situation, me alonko. It could have avoided. You know, cool ke men nyante kalanum. You know, cool landi. Anyama yante lala nyame. Cool be tamakang. Sarto me anga yante tamala wala kam. Yes, misil mo leminti. Ala lanyi temenol be kela. Bala ala lañino boni kol be kono way ala lañino boni kol be kono way na responsibility ta kol dole mel kom fang la fault lam alna mbulol chodi mo la men alko wala faulta alna mbulol tondi kafol ni institution men alko ila kol la ka sabal wala masibo opur masibo be kala anu al fa responsibility la na ko na error lam ko be ma foko ala la nyino buka tara jabal sababol ka solala ala ka janda ni ndulato la be kama marché wala dimba ama mo kumpa kunu ndebe do kudulale. It was late evening here, but so kuda gambe nyawonya everybody was on Facebook sharing the pictures talking about it. Wala salon ko Gambia ndele denta ndele mbakilin fakilin mbedu na wakacha konyole Back ada fanum dale. Bala tata nata. All this fire outbreaks all men kana marsol dalina dula kumaldo. Fente for Masakunda. All the blame goes to the government and all the blame should go to the government. Period. For Masakunda tambirungol lembam. For ni Masakunda ambe siri namba. But all the blame should go to the government. Period. Mokana kamfa ni modo kaloja na kela pati yo blame mala. Mokana kamfa nali amoy ke albadi ngo tu mala kuola. Mokana kamfa nali amoy ikoka modo la da dundi kuola kono men alam ko dal mantra kuola kono. But at the end of the day, as responsible citizens, we should all be bold enough and blame the government of the day. Ñin kul mi alam ko bebe keri na bankol kam. Surtout na marsol to ñin dimbal ben ka bojew. Mbadi ngol mbita topic number 3. Obekala muneti Barrow versus the draft constitution. Nim fitaro topic ko bena broda invite la ko nga men ka Aliou Gaguti membe siri in Canada. Mina jene ka kacha wo ko la ko renke. Balal biaje headline tol bile standard newspapers and other newspapers in the Gambia ko Banko president na la cabinet o mol ko the draft constitution discriminates against President Barrow when it comes to the term limit. Okay, mbadi ngol namra question nyanda kala mente wala mintiko. This draft constitution have about 300 sections. 300 different sections in the draft constitution. But why are they particular or why are they interested about only one section, and that is the term limit? Nyinkata ko mba tandi la ko Barrow be jamme simfa nyole taka when it comes to draft constitution e be term limit bon la de nyaari le president be silano nyaari le for 10 years 15 years 20 years Barrow simfa nyo jamme simfa nyo abol taka and me na be jamme simfa nyo talano because men be game of play kan nu jamme the same people men be game of play kan nu jamme o mo kilo be ni game kilo play ka de Barrow badi Gambian ko fo jamme Barrow fang ya ay Barrow fang mam 2 term la fonumba Barrow fang mam promise nun 2 term la just like ya jamme menkanu ay Gambian ne blind so bila sita alafta menkala ake manku noje and the interbe action o talo katra is always too late. Barrow bo the same thing ke gam correct I am promise 2 term lo no ako dafa doylu ba fo Barrow moti men doylu ta me do no kacha ko no jan fa peta Barrow na la cabinet o mol Barrow na le minister sol Barrow na le ina sakulol mol fo Barrow la kumaya ka tambe Gambian la ba Barrow bigger than Gambia and Gambians. For it should be all about President Barrow and Force family. Barrow Yama, the presidency is about him because that's what they make him to believe. Kwe ya jame Kenya menu. Ya jame maralo. APR sinkol be luwa luwa dale kadidala about ya jame. At the end of the day, APRC luwa luwa that is about ya jame. It's about how ya jame should be protected and the first family, but not about the Gambia and Gambians. So Barrow fan the same thing. Alamolia believe in the lako. Itlama bet. So they believe that the constitution should be about Barrow. But the Constitutional Review Commission for Barrow fan me tombomba. For Barrow le man la ye tombomba. Ye bule ta do ko ke. Idi amra Gambian ole. Sa fo Gambian la kango. Ani Barrow la kango jumalenta lola. 2 million people have spoken. So Sam Barrow damma anala cabinet member ita mala fi menna. Iko lenta bala na constitution. But the funny thing is that they are now reaching out to the National Assembly members. Both do now kacha kono janne. Ala deputy men sam fa preta. Ay brown envelope ni yellow envelope di menna. Many anko they been held hostage by him. Walta kanala noma. And then deputy danton mi lanka kodda dila walta kanala ma. Say he's reaching out to the National Assembly members. Pulu wole ni draft constitution ota amendment keje. Wala nafita National Assembly do wole change so do keje. But they are more interested in the term limit. So it is now or never. Mbalo na jende for leftam fanale as Gambians. For my left in fan. Mbalo na jende for leftam fanale as Gambians. For my left in fan. But Gambia, Ali Haketu, is the saddest state in the entire African continent. Gambia is the saddest state in the entire African continent from 1965 to date, after 55 years of independence. Che why? And kabi intel ko nyonte. Ni diamu de ka bulata Gambia no lal. Wala ka kebal disrespect. Mbadi Gambia nkolu. Danimbe do not topic ko kono one more time again. Mbala hakelo bulandi la nyina surtout ntel UDP nkolu. Surtout ntel UDP nkolu temel ko ntel denta bakilin fakilina. Ka fale ko Gambia and unity is the only way forward. We have no other choice, but we must unite as one. That's the only way forward. Mom believe in you are dreaming. Mom pare kalala, you are dreaming. Or you are fooling yourself. The only way forward is Gambia. Unity among us as party militants. The only way forward and the only way we'll be able to achieve our aims and objectives will in Gambia on the Maltema. Nanyo kanu, nanyo lafinyola, nanyo fasa, na kelo kenyoe, I can touch one, touch all. This is the only way forward for us as Europeans. This is the only way forward for us as a party. Badi Gambia nkolo. Alna Gambia. Surtout UDP dingolo. Alna Gambia. Alna nyomuta. Na nyo fasa. Misalo be finti kana every single day. Example be finti kana every single day. Wala sabu UDP nkolo. Alna nyomuta why? Because every single thing is UDP. Fema fenketa is UDP. Amanke is UDP. Or UDP nkolo. Alna nyomuta. This is the only way forward. Ali haketo nyinyi kumaka mboka diame. Wala nyime nka fanya nyinyi kumaka mkono. But I'll keep on emphasizing this. The only way forward for us as a party and as members of the United Democratic Party, the only way pulling in 2021 election will win no. The only way pulling a UDP government should know in next election, and the only way pulling ba useno elect I president is Gambia. Unity. Kanyanyola, kanyo celebrate. Competition ta mo tema, competition manyana taran tema. Al competition ko la ni karala jaraway. Bolero lal al bolero bula. Bolero kuom mo tay mo sodo. Bolero fona kafo janjam batang unite la. Bolero fona so bindi nyola batang unite ndila. Bolero fona dol kamfandi yeta batang na fala fenna. Oto bolero lal bolero bula. Many of the competition will be the multi-malala and the Karalajana. Let's focus on the bigger picture. Many the bigger picture to jump. The corruption be carried by administration okono. Tapolaya, ye sunyar sungulta ye will appoint. Ye more file appoint. Ye men bute, ole men fa, ye will neglect. Ye nakasi wala. Or the UDP in court, Gambia. Unity is the only way forward. You man believe in a draw, you can find a nene. More man you dundi sonda mo kono drop, you are fooling yourself. More man pare, katama nyin dalilo kan drop, you are fooling yourself. At the end of the day, ni UDP win and belebe kontana, ndeleba celebrate, we will control the whole country, we will pen the social media yellow, be WhatsApp otala, be Facebook otala. But ni UDP mankanye, ndelebe nyobe kuyala, we will all go into coma. What time when men be competition la feba nya sotala ba? What time for men be bolero la feba nya sotala ba? No, ita nya sotala. So UDP nkol alna Gambia way. Unity is the only way forward. Allah baraka bake. Mbadi Gambia nkolu kontendro kola kotenke comme na fale nyame men kata kunumbe akala mutale bil kama sate ba kono bil kama marsoto men kata o masi boti dimba bo place jamal janita je na fu jamal kasara taje and 99.9% of the victims wala muna bado lelti way men yalan ko bulol me koben men yalan ko de live paycheck to paycheck wala ka damandingo men soto marsoto e ka balu wala 99.9% of the victims Gambia dingol le muiti men yalan ko jikitela dulato na men ka Gambia ti ibuka yimira dulato la na men ka obirka ba marsoto bodo alna politiko bondi modol la molla masi bokono way alna politique ko bondi molla masi bokono wala momen be masi bokono abe kumbo kan alna politique ko bondi la ko kono mbe batani kanadra but we are not helping them. Mbadi Gambian Kolu. The Brikama market fire disaster could be avoided if the right steps are taken by the government of the day, by the previous government before this one, by the First Republic before the Second Republic. The Brikama market disaster and in the Basse market disaster and in other fire disaster and in the institutional, they could be avoided if the mansa kundal mi alan kesodo itata moleje bale mentre famoleje. Gambia, one of the smallest country on planet Earth, with a population of not more than 2 million people. Until man fire service sort of mi alan ko nindimba bodo no dulata fam ibe kala fitala no je within 1 hour. Until man fire service sort of mi alan ko nindimba bodo dulato ibe kala tala no jele idimba ñu control within 1 hour. Hey, Mbadi Gambian Kol, from 1965 up to date, Gambia man fire service so the mealonko, Dimbabu da dawoda, Dimbadu ada nyaonya, Dani be fitaleje, 2 hours late lemu, ni fitaleje fana, Gio de Sodola, wala ni fitaleje fana, Motota Tamala, wala pipe volta correct la. Mbadi Gambian Kol, in January of this year, in December of last year, and in November of last year, Alamabaro Masakunda Jelle Spain, Pulka water cannon import into the country. Adam baro masakunda ye kodo jelle Spain pour que tia gasol sang, ka maxol sang, ka protected gasol sang na PIU molie. Adam baro masakunda ye kodo jelle Spain pour que motor fuel sang and the water cannon se met import to the country because he can fan protect against the protesters of the 3 years journey. He can fan protect against the 3 years journal movement. Ikwe kane fana protects against more many alongo. Ilaftaka findi bedo kona kele constitutional right to taka exercise for asking the government to respect the memorandum of understanding. But billing ya jawra jamano, for ya jame jamano, for baro jamano, nta left fire service or nali ya moto soro drop, al salon ko yen sadalal. Yen so alale. Abukana ka moto kudo fanantide. A third hand or fourth hand moto. Ikole ki nanje. Na after the portal nak iko masakunda fire service tro kutole sa ye samana. Banku dole fourth hand, banku dole fifth hand. Ndale ko ga moto kutoti. Ndaga nganya wala, ndaga titar wala. Anu budu bukana bokundo akaka sadaleti. Mbadi Gambia ngolo. Surtout Brikama ngolo. Nama this should be eye opener. Sang political party will be Brikama use as their launching ground. Politicians are going to political party. They want to get a blessing from Brikama. Ngo political party mi alon ko bi dani ya mo ko be kala coup de Gambia eta Brikama la kabila tanim fuloto ye blessing soto wol bulu. Brikama ale mena nafa soto jawara masa kunda kono alal fanyini kawura. Brikama ase town ale mun nafa lo soto ya jeme masa kunda bulu. Brikama as the biggest town in the country ale mun nafa lo soto from baro masa kunda to. Ani kabi politician ol dani be kukela no fo yatale wali. Ani kabi politician ol dani be blessing sur la la political party lo fo Brikama kabila tanim fulo wali. Mbadi Gambia ngolo. Few months ago, Brikama fire station ya muta munela jiwafo. Ya time so na pour kata jiwo soto. Kata wafi construction do kulalma. Desan. Ya time so na pour kata jiwo nyini. Tanko etara faring ni mo lefte jiola ita jiwo wafi mo watabo jiwo ko be keri Gambia. But Brikama fire station and other fire stations in the Gambia, they never know that ko moto na fire service tankol wala na fire truckol jiwo yente tarle kono 24/7. They should be on a standby 24/7. Dimba bokasara. Accident bokasara. Masibo kodo bijadami na bokasara. But all they always do wala munyintil ko. Anytime yente le fire service lo kumandi, e moto kension ka fita. Masibo be kekandame. Ndebe tula nyina lebam sanji tan lula lulu. E kan na fire service lo kumandi. ya dum moto kono ini mboro ta fire accident no be keri ndame iba fle ko joti jaban kata jiol tanena. Why going to the fire accident? Why going to the place ninji tele moto kono? Wamana kanyande iba fle moto gas ota kono wala essence ota kono. Gambia is the only country in the world me alonko ikata police yetele case foje ikafe ko police moto nyi essence ota kono essence ota kono wala ye fansu moto rent inaita. Gambia is the only country in the world me alonko ikata leptano do ambulance nyi kafe essence ota kono itele be essence sana yaka kono wala ye fansu town tripota weka ambulance oti anka bi Gambia no ko Gambia is okay. Gambia no ko be sharing social media be diaspora ba feñolati diamola diatantele anka bi Gambian suko the government of the day it ba make sure yo kanyandi ko tanki bal mbadi Gambian ko be on the ground na laftal fanna kalka fo nyame alal fankanu kalka fo nyame alal fanjini ka ñun question kilin why Gambia no kata jaralo le Senegal why Gambia no damal ka boda cross kata jaralo le Senegal ni Senegal be man jarano eta Morocco ni Morocco be man jarano they ask for help the next day be manajela they will set up a goal for me ni tara go for me le record jibe say Gambia le record break je na dani roke fonin beni dani lal mulunta na shara dano ke fon be tol kata shara dani lal design. But at the end of the day men ka shara dano ke ani men ka dila wala fault nte wala man kuke men ka shara dano ke yaman choice la soto because the government is not there for them. Men ka shara dano ke because the government is not stepping up to help them. Men ka dila wala bala fa soto yamala fi ñoo xana ma dingo jaay tra man torari. But men ka at the end of the day men be masakunda ko be domoro la wal ka fo ni masakunda men ka jama masakunda do moke ya jeme masakunda wal ko ya jeme men ka jawra moke billahi wallahi tallahi ale Gambia di ñako Gambia di ngolo mati a famu Gambia nolti a bamu Gambia nolti ka baro masakunda support wota be men do moka tapale yambe be kere be do moro soto ka ngolto at the same time a badi ngolo beje ala uncle a fama woldono baro masakunda support kan Gambia fani mama la fi fanna momo ka baro masakunda support iko baro masakunda lefta wala kanye kotenge wallahi ba sunyan kanne e mantara balu ko tarola e ba do mo kanne tapale asilo kam wala ba din karde beje men ba do mo ka kadi tela puli kono efa fo be diaspora la ba fo kasi platform la kay ka diamba fo be Gambia la ba fo be politician ol ba momo ka baro masakunda support e ba sunyan kanne e mantara balu ko tarola e ba di mo le beje men balu ko tara balu ka tarola e ba do mo be men nakare support ka e ba do mo be tapale support ka wada malem period. Why Senegal bukana jaralo la Gambia? Why Malian bukana jaralo la Gambia? Why Guinea Bissau ni Guinea Conakry bukana jaralo la Gambia? Nko jingo for me be keri inside in honor of Fatou Cissé and Adi Mamen be Dakar. And inte go for me menken a few months ago in honor of Sister Aïssatou Dibassi. And in other go for me no man kon be ke kan pul mo le da jaralo Senegal. Wo dama kanyantale. That's enough evidence for Gambians not to vote for Barrow, not to campaign for Barrow. Wodama kayentale pul Barrow for manyana tala platform election auto. Saka to etara ballot box wala. Saka kon karto la fay. Saka ngamira coalition ko wala. We see the clear evidences every single day. We've seen evidences down there every single day. Menyanda sablanta lama sakunda mbe sirimbi kato manyana failai. But because you have UDP le, you can borrow prefer. Wale APS from prefer. Or because you have lawyer Usenu Dabola. Or because you have Mama Candela. Or because you have Lamina Mundibalella. It could be able to prefer. You jawaya fan jawaya. You lawyer Dabo con UDP confoy ke fan jawodi. You Mama Cande confoy ke fan jawodi. You a politician Kendall confoy ke fan jawodi. Just because they are affiliated with UDP or they are affiliated with another political party. At the end of the day, men na plaso janita birka marso taje wa yafa ko ala la nyinitala. Ngo men fotala na frola. men nafulo be kasarata millions of dollars te ya wali ya fay ko ala la nyintal. The next thing be Minnesota la ni president Barrow fon minalo la bil kam ko nyatinu la kotenke a siso kosi I will build a state of the art market. I will build a state of the art market. All the chairmen that are nominated by the United Democratic Party in the last mayoral and chairman election, all the area councils that are headed by UDP sponsors candidate are doing far better than the government of the day, are doing far better than President Barrow, are doing far better than the entire administration of President Barrow. And they are all doing far better than the one me alonko Barrow Katal support, wala ka Barrow support, Sirifo Sonko of Birkama Area Council. All the councillors, all the area councillors, and the mayors and chairmen of all the 7 other councillors are doing far better than Sirifo Sonko of Birkama Council. And Sirifo Sonko is heading the biggest town in our country. But at the end of the day, they don't have Gambia in heart. Simple. Emang Gambia kanu, emang Gambia dingol kanu. It's about a fankungo ila poso. Jawara Jamano, up to now. Bill 1965, up to now. Gambia have the most useless fire service. And Gambia have the most useless police forces. And Gambia have the most useless armed forces. And Gambia have the most useless PIU. And Gambia have the most useless health or security sectors. But Ankabi, Mbebalandi Nyomo, Mkonto Sonna. Hey, o UDP la hetal jel, melka UDP attack ile, melka na leadership nen suta tili ile, almeje Facebook ni wado kono way. Yaman bil kaman ko hat ni wado kono way. Ete Birkama ko talila. But so malbe minajila politician will roast Birkama. One will donate 300,000, one will donate 400,000, one will donate 500,000, and then after that the president will come and say that I've donated $5 million. At the end of the day, that is some of the ne Birkama nkol nyini ka okodole ya fe monko do nyini. Ni pade mineni ni la ya la masota ya push ya samba dula doro. Marso nyin bedame the original market ida mai na tara nyotemo. Comme be kerim basse be duna ko kibaro kono jan ban mbadi ngambe ngol mina kum mayata jam wala kam fankano na wuli and control our own destiny mbadi ngambe ngol mina kum mayata jam wala na lafim fanna kon ka fo nyame wala nam fankano nam fam bunya nin ko na masa kundali en kanu yem bunya ni ko na politician len kanu yem bunya. It sounds so crazy to me right now on Facebook and social media. It sounds so stupid to me right now on social media. Nyine doyin ko jaka UDP ko attack. Wala nyine UDP ko jaka doyin ko attack. Wala na GDC ko jaka UDP ko attack. When we should be focusing on the problems of the day. When we should be focusing on the most important thing, the lack of development member cake in Gambia. When we should be focusing on the injustice, maybe killing Baroma Sakundakono. The lack of development taking place, Baroma Sakundakono. The lack of reforms, Baroma Sakundakono. And worst of worst, the lack of security. As far as the country is concerned, Gambia's security is fragile at this moment. Not only Gambia, but Gambian Sofangala Tanko is fragile at this moment. Hey, banko se yurua nyaonya. Banko se kuma nyaonya. Banko se wara nyaonya. Kusa banu mankita banko kono drom, o banko manka banko di. Al banko to bonda kunto. Tanko, naman sura banko ka. Tanko, nyaji be dale be sinola. Nyaji bita yusundu bita jaliba. Nyaji mba kuli yolkera. Nyaji memparda be finda be dokon. Tanko le sorta. Sigiyoti le sorta. Sekol le mune mu fula nyawti. Jata kendea. Jata kendea. Banko dingol ni man kendea. eman jata kendi asoto no eman access soto no to a better health sectors banko ka banko kurandi ngolti ntitano dulato minem sabanjangoti konko be banko men kan ka kudo mira nyaaji be mira development la wala you be talking about development wala karamo kono be faari Gambia konkota Gambia manjata kendi asoto Gambia mantanko soto ñun kusabo be mankinen la banko kane dina be kole yala le for us to move as a developing nation and for us to grow from one place to another da monta ñi be man takul bara be takul no ñaadi le ñu na political difference land aside in terms of hardship na be kere wato men mbadi Gambian kolo bil kama fire station be o bil kama sadio kono sanji jelo be njawra jamano ya jamano fo bi biri baro jamano dimba jele bo bil kama sadio kono ala fo nyo dimba ben be nyina bo bil kama sadio ko dimba jele nyina taraje mi alonko iko bil kama fire service fo yin dimba ta ya control ya put under control wala dimba nyinta ya fa on time wala fitara jele on time dimba control amon soto bil njawra jamano up to date nim fano kada wala ta do ko wala sarela musole ko kada do ko wala ni fitara do ko le si nim kuran mon so le si banta itara demol nyi ata mi wala nim kuran so de tara sirin kono de ACB fira nim fana nim fano kada ko wula ro sita do yamur bawto so ko ni fitara musunyole ko natale do ko kada nyadi fokole ya. And not only Brikama fire station, not Talinim fire station, the same thing. The main headquarters, the big one, Brikama fire station, the same thing. Serakunda fire station, the same thing. But B, Barola camp, more beje kafe alkali konte. Nane mulba falanya loko, nyinkweta manyadile. Where's the evidence? Alkali konte be diamu ka wato menna. Ipataka nyinkuwa politicalize wato menna. Membeje wala meye la mwela. Umani fele sirin right now be UDP TV&MEDIA jibela. Anu atata le bulu na duta na diata amale fa toefo ay nyaay si ay dia muja même fota. Yes, the first thing that comes to alkali content na la mol, the first thing that comes to barona la mol wala mutiko birka marso fla janita nalma wuli ba fla barola bunyum fanandi al na politico use na UDP attack alkali content Ahmed Jite call in Canada aka ta Facebook live and talk about this. Bilemo nyimbeta yala UDP ka ba baka tra wala nyina diam lanu ay audio di danu science dotol konet jang ya fa birka mon ko lieko wala ya fa gambe ko lieko UDP la affiliated group sol wala be nyi maral nyi marché general ma al me jite mba chalena nkana na time of waste because I don't even want to deal with that one but gambe ko ala wuli ala fa ame jite evidence bonina ay proof bonina nemba tandela ko mu ka folo mata nyima wala ka folo nyinge wala Akafonyi is affiliated with any political party. And I'm UDP kafa there's no group of people or bandi or group of bandi me alanko wale birkama marsoma. Femma mala namenke faulty wearinti. Kurango ka wear nyame marsol kono. Ntala kurango voltage o mbealonne. Mbealo kono kurango sembo dante mento. But as long as birkama marsol to fengo bele kana abibe pulokam nima man kurang soto yemo kumanda warenke birkama marsolto sera kunda marsolto Gambia marsolto nka menjani kurang amana kurang sombo si nka jorol men pulok na marsolto amana kurang sombol si femma marsoja namenke faulty wearing kola me oleka na dimbal bona marsolto period. But alkali konte mansila nyin sunkar ba kono alkal konte ma yimira la kaburo la nyin sunkar ba kono barona la groupe o moli may mira fenna nyin sunkar ba kono man sile may mira la kaburo la iko ila moy ko teita si Facebook live yediamu ya UDP blame for this and inimen be camp kilingoto will fall for it and will support them for it wala ko montal down wala sabu me UDP ngol be dan la ame jital ku kana mo kam fa ay ñun kuma kam for UDP ngol ma akana mo kam fa. In fact there's no time to back and forth with Ahmed Jite. alna concentrate victim wol kam men na place wol janita mbe de mala no nyame ani mbe de maro fitane no ma nyame mbadi UDP kol fobe diaspora fobe gambele adwata nyawnya in one way or the other we are directly or indirectly affected by this fire disaster men kata birka mal soto woto na focus yende kala menti bi wala na concentrate mbe makoro fitane no mo ma nyame mbe makoro no nyame ani mbe la grip siala wi dem nyame because baro man sakunda as normally mina ko kili wala kala kotanke the vice president will go there and start blaming the government youths because at a she so obsessed with government youths at the family government youths will blame her. Now the president will go there as she so cause I'll build a state of the art market here. Now ko the atara state house drop as long as atabe CC also to come atabe komodo mo kan drop Senegal ba kanta kan drop is okay bi kama fanta be kala wala nyama ko sera kunda takre nyame ko lati kunda takre nyame comme basse takre nyame or UDP ngol al kana kamfa Ahmed Jite kan al nani ala bula nyola na ala bango jibe way al nani Ahmed Jite ni ala bula nyola way na ala bango jibe way fa ni nata Lamin Jite la ko la ba mbadi UDP ngol fa ni nata Lamin Jite la membe ni Sweden ale bi way nen diro men fo UDP man la osonu daba ma mamra dunya hadima dingo be so la membo nen diri sifa kala nko Lamin Jite membe Sweden way men fo UDP ngol ma oye men folo ya usenu dabama oye men fona leadership ma ndema moje folo Gambia men dabe warala no nyama men dabe fatala o nyama ko kuma kensen sifala fo UDP ne UDP la leadership ma nko Lamin Jite le bi ala on family fo ya this on Lamin Jite le bi Gambia sio koleta bulu Lamin Jite le bi Africa sio koleta bulu woto al Ahmed Jite ni ala bula nyola ya jibe lumina afala on family be bola to entre jim fala ja lumina Gambia sio se kolya Ahmed Jite bulu lumina Africa sio se kolya Ahmed Jite bulu lumina be Canada min fangoto a sio se kolya bulu al Ahmed Jite ni ala jibe UDP ko kana kam fa wala ko do bi ja manjer fan kam fam badande wala ko do bi je common sense la modu way aka diam men wol man ka faloti atale mum faloti aka diam ngol wol nyama mata nyamata aka diam men wol be kendari ne atale man kendia alaji be mo jele fonka jibe what UDP ngol let's focus on the bigger picture here all the blame goes to the government dimbabe mbota basse marsoto baro administration olem e gambenol fail dimbabe mbota birka marsoto baro administration olem gambenol fail again dimbabe mbota no lati kunda marsoto ani sele kunda marsoto baro masa kunda la mol fail all the blames should go to the administration of the day. Yes, Hadi Demba, the last time I knew Lamin Jite Benun Casamance, Senegal, he cannot even go to the Gambia. And that was just 3 months ago, Mafamala. The last time I know Lamin Jite was in Casamance. Amansi no Gambia side of Hong Kong. Credit from Plaza right life from Purabo design. Sakabe siga mensan. Mbadi Gambian Kolu. Bill Carbon call one more time. West Coast region one more time. Gambia in general one more time. Nyinan sangole mbalona fo Gambia no lefte fanna way fo West Coast ko lefte fanna way fo Bill Carbon ko lefte fanna. Nyinan sango dana be banna mbalona fo Gambia no le fankano fo Gambia no lefte ke ko Senegal be nyame mbak fo Gambia no lefte ke ko Nigeria be nyame mbak fo Gambia no lefte ke ko Mauritanie be nyame mbak nyinan sango mbalna fo Gambia no dunia diata lele anol be lafin dunia la kata at the end of the day ngam dalako nyin dunia mon dian tele way nda leftal nyin dunia yeba bilin jawra jamano the Gambia Fire Services say ko Gambia Rescue and Fire Services ya jame jamano Gambia Fire and Rescue Services baro jamano Gambia Fire and Rescue Services wa intel Gambenol ndamal kata jararola Senegal wante le Gambia ndamal kata jararola wandi bankol kam ngo wante le Gambia ndamal sama lal ka sama ke ni sama banda fa pete e ke nyule tiole kata wa fi Senegal ngo way Gambia lem bankoti in the entire African continent mi alon ko kata leptan e kala fi ambulance wala ika fe gaso tije fo gaso sa wala town tripta ngo why Gambia is the only country in the entire African continent me alongo fire service le ke kumandi ele moto kane ka fe ko jotije bele ka time so pour kata jowa fi modol ma ngo why Gambia the only country in the continental Africa me alongo ikata police pour l'état singo arrest wala pour l'état criminal arrest police moto essence boka tara kono nima essence sa ele sumo be buluji wala be town triple tala hey ku jama be lan kambe mi alon ko nin lam fankanu amon jare fana campagne oke ñinem fankanu amon jare fana politicien le campagne oke mbadi ngambe ko bir kamam basse marché o haynam bili dimba bota basse yemuneke ko dol tata ya di governor la URR I karolta I hand over to the director of the National Disaster Management Agency la office be URR mboda oto baroko $2 million baroko $2 million men donate maja dita damen bili ba dita governor la mon presentation on yinje e maji fode danjola maintenance presentation oje biba dila NDMA la the National Disaster Management Agency man presentation o nyinje tego nyinle na fale du nyana liamna UDP TV&MEDIA be politika kachala hamidu jale ko do taadi barola baro ko akara ko do di base fire victims solela o ko do dante barola poso ko o manna kanyande baro taada base ako abe state of the art market le billa yara fa mo state of the art market mina ka fo moliye wala mu baro kana shopping mall lo base wo shopping mall jumal tamate ate baro nyanta tala kala bakalati shopping mall sifaji me kana lo base wala men be banjunu nala hakilo bakam opposite marché jubo opposite marché jubo o NTC koto nyanta tra da men banjun wala asobi shop tata da men banjul right now ye marché on loje ka faje marché bu bes ni tara banjul wala marché kutoñi shopping mall mo kilingol nata je beta ay place o ta e loje dolbe santo dolbe duma apata ay place o ta al wasi foirolma ba jokam ko da jawala karokar abe ala bu ngokono abe baluka baroka na ka basse marché wala fta ko wala ta pour que shopping molo lo basse shopping molo mi alon ka be kala tel tati ate baro adama chekes wo shopping molo na pata e be place men lo la ja ko dun na information on men sodo al one second according to the information on men sodo jam iko baro and co will build a shopping mall in place of the Brikama market. In that shopping mall, an estimated of 400 stores, 400 stores. Bidiki kemenani ko kana wolo shopping mall nyun kono. A shopping mall nyun fanan kono je ikodula be sur la melonga be kala restaurantol melonga molbe katar la je le ni ta sandro la pluka sika restaurantol ke dula be sur la je melonga gemol be tar la gemol be kala player je polni moyi dingol taram makeno dinol be kala fiala je iko kana shopping mall si falalo and it's going to be state of the art and it's going to be a 24/7 market. Jimale kana o place lo jimale baro ko ma pulu kana bar bir ka man kol e basse kol la a marso busi bulu ka marso ñin transfer ka samba basse ma fon la jimale kana o ke Kalilu Wage of Futa Investment Abubakar Jawara Seku Baro wala lafta kanyin dula ñin ta ka negotiate foka puli adi barola and they will have a favor in return of pre-finance contract. Pre-finance contract. Saya te lefte fem fenso da mo zakunda bule ba so da mo zakunda bule. Nya kibaro so da ben ka foko ha basen ko to sonna wala. Over there dead body. Yes, basen ko to sonna la kay. Yes, over there dead body. But it ba klamuta wala mena wabata is too late. And at the end of the day mina fula ba fula luwala bu nyindi. Order comes from the top. kayitol ñin sign de la fapata bir kama ko de kuno laji imina mine kala protest open protest kuta finti laji so man choice soto ba dia ko yebita marché kuto ñin to lefta men kala radio Gambia ma fongala ni ma mantaje iba fole la place wala wala mina kala basse ya plano ñin kala fapata ya programme le fapata ya ko kacha le fapata sa ye muneke basse alkalol basse almamol basse la alfa kumal ibol kumande la komale yewol da fandi yewol brainwash wole go ahead dila bal baado wala be sato kono fondinkol be sato kono ani musol be sato kono nanu ba kala mutal batara istulet ko men ka farba bantam bilo kenyo ko wulta je muneke e farba alkalo ni approach behind the scene the chairman of the VDC wala the village development community nyinti anala executive hall ani sate alfa dantawol yewol da fandi bile ko di wala dro wala go ahead dila wala tamina ke back outa ma kawbe kedi faraba banta nyawnya ye nya kasala kido fayta faraba banta nyawnya nya kasala fo bile mo fata the same thing bile commissioner ya report ke commissioner report ni bodi yemene fo ye fake letter safe iko the chairman of the faraba banta village development community ani sado nyaado gol iko yamfata police wala le menye funding call fa il have to bygones il have to reconcile na move on for government that I report on bondi wala report on licta from the Attorney General's chambers 5 feet the banda iko mina bala na kuola ano ku kilo le kering sai de san basem ko fana bonota be fole la marsora and the same thing mina brikam but at the end of the day momo lefta political party la ke bodi mintole birkama alafta bilation shot la mintole birkama ngo momo lefta la political party la ke bodi mintole birkama momo yamdo ko lefta election winna lefta mintole winna birkama West Coast region but ankabi Birkama is the biggest town but the most backward town ali hakado Birkama ngol Birkama is the biggest town but the most developed town ngo Birkama is the biggest town but the most congested town Birkama is the biggest town, but Birkama is at risk when it comes to health than any other town. Chairman at the Birkama area council communique. Plaso diate dauda Birkama beribal bekra marsot. Birkama beribal bekra marsot. Plaso be kona do. Jawarman Birkama kol na fa fenna. Ya jaman Birkama kol na fa fenna. Barona ta Birkama kol na fa fenna. Fana ka promise badi ya jame al promise mina bil ka man ko ali nakala ndo ta fala jara ba bi ka man ko atel yalo ne juri di campaign ya jame al promise mina lanu I remember ya jame bil ka man ko promise stadium molal international standard stadium ya bil ka man ko promise alanu ya jame jamano ngo iko Birkama la nawek machine kuto pull Birkama kuranta oflaje iko Birkama silo bebe dilalale biri baro na royal promise minela free wifi ndema na fo chankol men siata Birkama na Birkama kol neno diata ba ndema na fo Birkama kol nyaaje neno diata chankol men be siare jere ba ko jelem chankol la capital city ba Birkama ko fam ndema lo neno nyante diala ko mon ko fam ndema lo neno nyante diala de ba kiankol be siare Birkama ko be finde Birkama bula kiankol e ndema na Birkama ko neno diala an ka be siri be jikiri yelo free wifi fo ne kakana free wifi 3 years ago mbadi Gambian kolo it is now or never benyim fulale de continue la kafo nadi ade ya fondre be fitino wulndi kan Gambia bayi dalta wala nadi ade ya fago kontele findi bayi dalta wala be continue kan fo it is now or never anu nyinan sawle mbal fa Gambia laftal fana fama la fana president Baroko dafa doyru ko di president Baroko mom gorola but at the end of the day mbe kumoka sai marso ban janita Birkama place ben janita je fo UDP ko la place janita je ba fo APRC ko dama la place janita je fo GDC ko dama la place janita je bi birkama man se jano minamu Gambia problème olem Gambia di ngole la problème Gambia di ngole la place janita je victime bi wala sunkaro tinyada wala salota diala wala sunkaro diate felo na je ko renge wala family salo diate felo na je ko renge wodol bije di wolta sal dendi ko duna wala sama ko duna sallugo but at the end of the day molle be Gambia ka be men ka nyima sekunda fasa molle be Gambia ka be men ka nyima sekunda sembentia. It is now or never, Gambian. 3 years Jordan be done, 3 years Jordan is still here and is here to stay. And chance the 3 years Jordan la korenge. One more time. Bawa do yang kama falasle, yal nenele. Yal xilendi. Ko rebero le mina Gambia. Rebero le be jone 3 years Jordan fe. 3 years Jordan na pluka la place ol jani. Bali 3 years Jordan fe lo don place jani de. Bal baro ma sekunda le be marché ol jani ka. Ngo 3 years Jordan fe lo men fitina bondi ba baro man sekunda le be fitina bondi ka. 3 years Jordan fe lo bro ma marché ol de. Ba baro man sekunda due to their negligence na marché be jani ka on a daily basis. Mbadi Gambian ko. Comme na fale nun jamen nyamen ja. Few months ago. Baro man sekunda ye jele Spain pour que water cannon sol import to the Gambia. Iko kade fana protect against the 3 years Jordan. Ye jele Spain pour que tiaga sol sang. Ye jele Spain pour que max sol sang. Ye jele Spain pour que protect Gia sol sang na police sol because iko kade fan tanka munema 3 years Jordan. But right now they cannot spend money on PPP wala PPE na personal protective equipment pour na no sol ni na doctoral me ko lebe COVID-19 keleka. They cannot spend penny on masks for our doctors. Meaning ko lebe in the front line. They cannot spend penny on gloves pour na jaral bunda mole because they don't care about the people working at the health sector. They don't care about people working at the hospitals. They don't care about our doctors and nurses. They don't care about our farmers. Sama filaka kungo wali na Gambia. But they can spend millions of dollars because 3 years just na kana masakunda overthrow yolo for. But they cannot spend money. They cannot spend money on fire trucks. They cannot spend money on ambulances. Nye Gambia je ayam ambulance kuto sono drong sadalem. Nye Gambia je kwa fire truck sono drong sadalem. But they can spend money pour les motor sham. Ibe men drive la. They can spend money pour les motor sham. Maybe dingol sambala karamodo. They can spend money pour les motor sham. Ya di de support so la ni tata Gambia. They can spend money pour ka condomol sham because you cannot launch neke. They can spend money pour les travel allowance ni la padi amol ni betamaka. But they cannot spend money on our armed forces. They cannot spend money on our police officers and fire services. Pour ni sulata police la moto la yasoto. Pour ni sulata ambulance no yasoto. Pour ni sulata fire truck la yasoto. But na fire service fana. Hay se jiosoto no ka membe wa fela molma. Pour li ko do bula la poso lo kono. Na doctorol na nosol yes wala faransa sunya ro ko na borol sunya ya wafi pour ko do be dunela poso ko no nyame. But when it comes to the Gambia, everybody in Gambia kolo, amanka Gambia la kuo beti, wala amanka Gambia damati, kuo alaje dunia ngani mo, the heart, ngani mo. If you don't have the heart to do something, you will never do it. If you don't have the heart to go extra mile, even at your job places, you will never do it. Mbadi Gambia kolo, ni mangan yo soro pulke nyon Gambianol muta nyon ko Gambianol muti, yele fi nyon Gambianol la, ita kala no. Barrow doesn't have the heart. Barrow doesn't love the Gambia in heart. Barrow na la moli imal kanu and imal la kanu so de juso kono anita kanu la no. Barrow na la mol they prefer more falal than atel banku din kendol. Barrow na la mol they prefer the ripis than atel banku din kendol. Barrow na la mol they will harbor criminals, junglers than atel banku din kendol. banko barona la mol, they will give safe haven to criminals. Then after banku din kendol. Mbadi Gambian call is about the heart. Al nan jisol fara, nan jisol kwai senia, nana banko so at heart, nan yo so at heart, nan yo kanu at heart. Wallahi, everything will go straight and it will go rapid ma. How can this be possible, Mbadi Gambian call? Al nan fanyin kanyin question la why. How can this be possible, Mbadi Gambian call? From 1965 up to date. Masakunda saba kurang mangrano anikabi in a small country like Gambia. Ngo bi 1965 anin sa intema. Moto fala dimbal man soto no akende ma bete yarugo. Bi 1965 up to date. Ngo Mbadi Gambia ngolo. Na police moto kendol tebulu. Na leptano ma moto kendol soto no. Ambulance kendol man tra kering. Bi 1965 up to date. Mbadi Gambia ngolo. Ni samana ta Gambia silol buka mano. Bill 1965 up to date. And kabinye Gambia tra Facebook. Nyonde. Hey. Ngani olam, jiso nyilam. The heart. Mbadi Gambia ngolo. Dani bita topic number 2 to menka da baro and the draft constitution onyinde. Bao bio na fo baro ele nunko. Ajamano mbenku. He's very unlucky. Abenda 21st century leve femboka mabo. Ni draft constitution na la kuma fo dunjana ko they are planning to drag it e pata ka ko do bondije bila likta say man kunoje il faut nga findina na bante diamuda journalist le fele say yasafe. Barona la cabinet ol mol ko section killing out of 300 sections in the draft constitution section killing wala mundi yetelie e ko way baro discriminately anu say mi nek Mbadi Gambian ko. They are now reaching out to our National Assembly members all. Pulu will say draft constitution amen. Police or time limit section of body. So say Mbadi Gambian call. It should be about President Barrow. Oh, Barrow yante ruling kilala by force sanyitan ning lulu sanyimwa. Oh, the constitution is about Barrow. It's not about the Gambians. Oh, Barrow kangol kuma the Gambian ol kangoti. 1,999,000 people. Wol bele diamo mo important baro kun kilimo wala diamo important wala 1,900,000 Gambians left menna ya kire draft constitution okono oh baro na la mo kemol adora nyawnya afuto nyawnya e mo kemo sile so mo lafi menna wala la kuma kan kuma yata 1,900,000 menfo oh itelela kuma kan nyanta lola over 1,900,000 Gambians menfo bal mambo de kata da men dibitol akata da men dibitol mambo abe visa wallet but at the end of the day nyabe luwa nyinale the hard copy be dol bulle the original copy be mol bulle député lemba député tanalemba président lemba président tanalemba ministre lemba ministre tanalemba momo bulo mata nyen draft constitution la momo e fembo ni nyama boni laje hey Gambia la ala wuli ala destiny control way ala wuli ala kalfansum police olti way ala wuli ala fankaru nyen draft constitution la fem boni laje ani leta kilingo yola bonda kono Gambia ala finti ala ente menkala ali yake nyonte be kungoka nyen draft constitution la be bulte nko ani leta killing ya bonda kono Gambia ala wuli fo baro ma ni commission tombo ataban commission le chairman appoint Ataman commissioner appoint $116 million you will spend on the draft constitution. $116 million will spend on the salaries and allowances of the commissioners and the Constitutional Review Commission. Nko $116 million you will spend for Constitutional Review Commission in Lodi for that in draft constitution banabi. Oeke consent. Just like Jane Commission katanyame. Just like Faraba Bantana Commission katanyame. Anon TRC fane kala wala nyama nyaaro nyin TRC kuma sale da haji be wala way amana fasoro ba tontel Gambia la bul ko tan Mbadi Gambia ngolo ana la fim fanna way ala la finna ana fam fasa ala fasa no anon bokala no kambe wala ko no way surtout atel UDP ni wol alna kambe unity is the only way forward competition alni landi karala jana ño boole wala libula And no bole la le wali falna na kamba fala one more time. Abe stop la by force. Wala be expose la because I'm preta wala. No bole la ibe no bole lo bulala by force wala sa be expose la. Be sila jana ni bel tofo. Sa UDP ngol salon ti malake nyo UDP ngol bole. Enough is enough. I'll not focus on the bigger picture. I'll not focus on national issues. Mbeding opportunity tala mbembadi mado kumani kafe modu fati. Mukalefi ka moto kumani jam. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's important and necessary. Pulkake. Modu fati abesiri in New York City. Ndesan. GMC in Kolamati. Now why I'm in GMC in Koti. I'm not gonna go into that. But in what GMC party is all about. It's a family party. Family kafolem. We do respect to them. This Modu party is campaigning for Barrow. Is supporting Barrow. Atara Gambia joined the Barrow for 5 years just because I quite a UDP the head. Just because I learned about the head. Now a responsible GMC member. The last thing yanta menkala wala ka Barrow masa kunda 70 ya UDP ka Barrow masa kunda fasa UDP ka. A responsible GMC member nama the last thing yanta menkala wala ka Barrow masa kunda fasa UDP ka wala any other political party. But this Modu party na tatala Facebook oro mina katara safiri nje. According to the UDP nkoli ya mutako Barrow is the only obstacle on the way for us to be the next government. Wananka Barrow against. According to the UDP nkoli ya mutako Barrow da mala muntele pro right now wala sabu until 3 years general support. But ate because ate UDP le head. Ate lawyer da the head. Sabi GMC abe Barrow from prefer over UDP. Nankali alala Modu Fati men nalong. It's a brother and a colleague when I was in New York will prefer Yaya Jammeh over UDP because of the hatred I mentioned the UDP. Because of the hatred I mentioned the Lawyer Daboy, Gambia Dingo, Mandinka Dingo, GMC member. Allahu Akbar. Some people need prayers. Hey, Mfang Badingo Dolbije, they need prayers. Gambia Dingo Dolbije, they need prayers. Mbadi ngolu mbenyu audio play la jam dani bitana next topic ko de benkata Barrow versus the draft constitution ani be dani be Modu dani be brother Aliou Gago soto la jam on the line plana du nyin kacha ko na jam. Yes, no more text coming from Gambia. Ako sana I want to call, please. Yes, brother, it's a call to know, or I will call you back. But at the end of the day, alan lamon yung audio la, dani minaduna kachakono.
Assalamu alaikum mbadin Gambian kolu. Assalamu alaikum mbadin foruma molo. Alnal badi malamu Yakuba Konte. Mbebo be konto ne tolni konto la. Mbadi molo bin leftana la nale na kacha. Gambia man sakunda ibe komen tabikan. President Barrow man sakunda ibe komen tabikan. Purna banko mara kitabu kutomi yalan ko yarida ibe falindro ka jinyamen. Mbadi ngolo dinga ge standard men stafe wala president Barrow mas ministalu yela konta na balaytandi bundala me yalon ko wala yin balko mara kitab ku ngi da bari standard men fabi o kadala jannim final draft ni ka submit yanyu baga ki woto comme procédure ordinaire je bari mbadi ngolo mbenga lon ko banko mara kitab ku nada nafa president ta ki député butole o député bu ñim fanan wala sem go sotle ning attract putar majority yo soto isi fendo ke no banko barakita bo yin konal yo ni loi me yalon ko section 5 me yalon ko ay president Barrow ba ning ifin allo da 2021 na ganyira atlo lo karre femen kada puri bo fal na nyamen sali ibe men tabika ngolo mintiko na député holo na député men ko be dikrila sebe taka o dumal la ye fero nda ibida dumale pour ko nene ke bribe position kanyi section in falling mbadi ngolo woto wato sitale mbe kew gambe du be alinga lo na dipitawlo alinga lo be dona dawda momo diabo le banko dipitawli la tundo dipitaw momo diama ko gambe man sekunda yenyin fero la ne kana na dipitaw no ka fe ko sang banko loi bu ko na laji be bang atol lafta laji be na ma feboje o bna ba la pati le mol feboje alinga also ngol faling pour une section 5 na ko adam baro ban pour que l'on a 2021 atlo la ko ke pour que je faling sanni mako nyin ibe ngin fero ke kan pour na dipitawlu ibe ne la nyame ibe brabla nyamen mbadi wol ba president bura lonko total majority ata sodnola ban na UDP dipitawlu iba target kan je listo dal iba target la na UDP dipitawlu andu ko no le minal kan ban sinin fala ko nala banko jamfa gambe jamfa alsa jamfa banko dala jamfa alsa jamfa banko la loi buko amande da pour mo conclier banko loi muto adra pour generation pour que gambe bani ngo protect not bi atome mesir masakunda o man but banko loi da pour masakunda mesiring même minani men dokam ni loi da to kama oto ko le spene ni loi kuna ata 10 million keme 10 million tanni woroti woto na banko dipitawlo mbadi ngol anga campagne ko na dipitawlo kamade ko man sakunda bi ne kanne ibe ne ke be kulo da katana pour ka dipitawlo ko alwa bu ko njo nana alaji be même ma fe bala fa damude falling ngaso ngoyta falling ndo falle fe section 5 ni manko amam president baro febo o fane falling o da sang atlantal banko dingol labulu ndo banko dingol atlantal bu sang ngana dipitawlo nge sonson ba baro yal ko total media to tableau basani tagat mu UDP dipitolti kara mama kana dipitol kara halifa sa baye ifanyo ko halifa sa la dipitol ito sota ba UDP dipitol ibalon ko al mutager solti al mama kana dipitol bar amad ba dipitol yan ko wol jeblo ko naw amad ba dipitol yan ko jeblo ko naw but pour ko fodam da total majority de ne UDP dipitol ora to UDP dipitol sang mbal jube kam alla political career ana la fa sacrifice banko lu abu ko sefele nyaben ay president no nyama bar president broda la man sakunda be ne ferro pour que na noma a derza kodo dinal suta badi dalla ka de ko ni section me anko jay ko kamel bro discriminate pour que a remove ba siara si bre draft yanika bre draft submit yanika final draft submit ita no no ko hani banko mo opinion to kata mo dot man sakunda opinion no so but now it can't tell them people representative. So people representative nim total majority d'accord any section of banko loi isa fali no. So it be murra attorney general kam ya attorney already it attorney general kanawo pour ye safe to la fa safe nyama. So say ina attorney for no attorney for no attorney general la fa safe nyama ya sibo nyama so the pour section of place fali pour que president pro febo if na 2021 anyala fa lo carré fe da so lo carré fe do lo. Woto na banko dipitawlo de banko dipito fa sokse UDP dipitawlo al salon koy membe ker ngalo nalake mbada ka leto la ko an ko ibal noma ngalo ko ibal noma le il pour que da ko do ngal ko be la ko do lala so dimbe ko do ni muta ye banko jamfa isalon ko yo political carré bol destroy kam al solon odo mbadi demben ko lu al nal badi mam yago konde memo be ko do to ni ko tola ala baraka ba
mbadi ngamben ko nal be ni audio la mo yani hakilola ni mun kule de men yalon ko findita journal foto journal comme like nka fo baro nyamen dro and any other politicians or any other person as far as this world is concerned technology jamano benta wala fe 21st century mbolo kono me mo jama watu 10 years ago ate watala when it comes to tapayani nakre kuola kubu kama abo sai iba fula ko ntama bal mo malo mon soto iba fula ko ntamaji bal mo majo mon soto mbadi ngambe onkolo meta fra kachala kono even before the draft constitution kuomina Barrow is copying ya James footsteps. Barrow is following ya James footsteps. Barrow bo ke kano nyari le one because the same game play as all, the same plan as all. Awo mo kilingo le saba as ka na kinda fanna ya James former enabler sol, ya James former director sol, ya James former minister. amana kanya wala de ya jame manya menkenung after the 1997 constitution was drafted, after the 1997 constitution was voted in the referendum and remuneke bila député bon control ay mena floke wala mu ke two term limit section nyim bondije param baro after the same thing nekela korente abe ya jame la full step follow kan wala fula nyango bili ya jame la party way National Assembly control during the 22 years or during the last 15 years of ya jame's administration. Ya jame la control National Assembly ala Robert Stan National Assembly wali amira Gambia is about ya jame luwa be dal na constitution kono mais ya jame fe wodro mais ya jame protect and ya jame dingona musu mais ya jame protect mais ya jame empire protect mais ya jame protect mais ya jame business will protect between 1996 election o botala 2021 election o nata for that in 2016 menkeda the Robert Stan National Assembly ya luwa sambaje is about ya jame ya luwa sambaje is about ya jame. So the same people have a system okono, the majority of the advisors are the same people. Remember in previous system on Yunkono, they think it's all about Barrow again. Luani should be about Barrow. Constitution should be about Barrow. The way the government is governing should be about Barrow. Ni man lefi mena Barrow yanda ko bay. Ni tel ni man do ko kono Barrow yanda ko bay. After 1965, from the First Republic to the Third Republic right now, namna interior minister so men competenta me do ko no men ge loi bunya do loi yanda katama nya katambi men tambi da mai fati la monsoro. Amonsoro. We will give the credit where it is due. My party is the best minister of interior in the history of our country. The most competent minister of interior in the history of our country. But ye muneke ya kele ya buru hatal. Yani baro fay nyoka. Buru baro ata tole ma. Nema buru bana mara bondi nyoto. The self claim lion killer. Ay la mo my party la enemy la. Ay my party bay. E kamina fay no my party be la place otala. Ni my party kata nyame is going with high speed. Of course, the Minister of Interior should go with a high speed. Of course, somebody responsible for the security sector, Bankola Tanko, Banko Dingola Tanko, you should go with a high speed. And you should be a no-nonsense person. In Kamene Muta no-nonsense person, they are the sweetest person in this world. In Kamene Muta Mo Kolangolti, they are the most sweetest person in this world. I received an audio from a friend. Yara fama fanan kante jibe ko mo kolamo ay wala fonya ala audio kon aka platform mo jibe wade mena ndiya mo nya platform kam akam ta fele mo kolongolti akam ta fele bekala mo sangarongolti. But after dealing with me behind the scene, he knows I'm a different person. The way my fati ka dia munu nyame na muta no mo kolongolti na muta no ni my fati nyi teninte. But if you meet my fati in person, he's one of the sweetest person that he will ever meet. But when it comes to Doko, anyabuka dia. When it comes to Doko, I'm a molong. When it comes to Doko, by the yatije, funkum funkin tije. Wala mpromodi. Wala ne yamuda mo kolomodi. Wala mangawoti. Ba jimala asabu ya baro e mai fati bay. Jimala asabu e mai fati bay. Ba tambe du na la mol. Because I take justice yanda delay. And when he knows that justice delay is justice denied. My fatty after rapid ma call yeke fast. Ay my fatty bole. Najilem badi ma dol ben call kan Gambia and is insisting malam jumala munyindi.
Assalamualaikum. Sana.
Walaikum salam nakeba.
Sana Ibrahim Drame.
Ibrahim, thank you so much, Mr. Drame. It's good to hear from you again.
Yes, sana lafta diam kumadantan nalebi.
Baraka.
Ani kuyasemo warata balfa warata.
sananda lafta mon ñinin kala monna
ha
boro aya fu Gambia nol ko ata sita ñin banku ñin president siran kan ñadile diaspora kol akana ñinela diaspora kol no mo jututele jututa fembal de Gambia 22 years na baluwo South Africa 25 years na baluwo na banko ñatota nun kon na soto diaspora lo sana sana nun kon na balu ken no soto Gambia diaspora lan sana ala fa baro ko diaspora ko mu ya sindi je wo diaspora ko wala ba wulinde le je yo jama wulinde je la mi de wonda men ko baro sana lafta ñu fanal na pour Gambia no ya lon ko ben ñu ko mo fola
ha
yalla may nakku mo la baake sana sana na korosiro ke bang na kisi ke bitulo na Gambia banko kan mbita ke nyamen abal fasim mo warta sana sana mo folo la mun to folo sana dimba jol la bata Gambia banko kan ni sanju fulo ndafala sanju sabol just within 18 months kono sana
asiata
sana wo dimbal ka keke nyammi region by region sana alna cross ko Gambia
abala fawal
dimba bo kan karol mun region by region anda keke mun lati am keke commune de la Kilinde keke de na fem lati mu yalon mol mil de denala isiata mo be ni sotora ko wala sana anna hakilo de nyindi ma bo ko de nyindi mbala bo ko sana yenta jakalindel anda yen siboni kula sana kirfais bala be nyun ko ma de nyindi mbala bo amanka bo ken senti gamme no len so on baro ko retala kam halmadun muta kam fa bari kam fa ni silola kan niol tora ni silomna wala mbol jika sana wadi jumala de wadi jumala di mabota banjul wadi jumala di mabota birkama base anwal bi mo marché ledi sana ko khera
ani latri kunda akadano latri kunda fana
latri kunda omo kero ledi di bala moto kana bala moto burandi ka botaya to nyalong yiku ngako mo fo lato ko mo nga fo ko ala bari sababu do bi jen telephone londe
yap
sababu do bi je mfawal na wote sana ngana nyon kari moto yi ba ya ay fitna bi fanan ay na fuslo timo pam ay mala woto brika masato tema mol bi bajeka
sai na no fana moy
fire sana na fire service ko fuka pari sana mun na tambal fa baro ala fa baro na nyininka molla milano la multa kam wota tankol sang aba motol sanda ata dile na fire service ko laba ata dile na police laba na jata kende abunda laba sana fo baro ma bala fa so tontal gamme no bang
no never anyam no
natal ma nyinkelo be ka bang natal ma nyinkelo be ka bang baro nabe nyinkelo kala tamu na baro billahi wallahi salama campagne ko no na campagne ko nyolale sana baro ka lu fulo la nyoke kamino momu yala be suyaru jok mama har mama kilam kake saniti mo yo bintu ya kono mo yo ko ya taki mo ni te ne ta sinni nyamanda siranka ita manna bal fasu dal gambe aniti ya jeli del kam mun taki wasilol fara mo campagne la tamu na kam mun taki wasilol tan sana
ngo ni mero do be do na mero nyunko ako afonitale nak bada ako bili katto fayta baro kanyata ako modole ya baro mulungota anata si na Gambia entele amna baro le be baro me yalon ko Gambia no le campagne ko wole UDP baro men tombo ya tambin ako no nyinte o barote atamalla ko baro kilinguna mo nyinte
a jakaro wala tere mero e mon fo amon foni to ya kiso ba ko sana wala kinan ko
because amenyi muta ko hadama dingo be jawyala akama muta ko hadama dingo be jawyala baro be trimba yala baro be nyinala no nyi sanyi sabo kono fo baro ka maten abe manyal menna
Allah abal fa warata
Yeah.
Sana ni o tora sana kabirun kunu ni bo tora ring nsunta wala kono ni bo tora ring mal ngoto for na just flash down on the Facebook. Man tara sunkaro kono sokuma fa nyiye. Abita fay fa ne tan na lala.
Yes. But fana woli na kuke.
Bari UDP ngol. Bari ndal UDP ngol ko ni tiñaari kete gamye banko ka ku kalan ku regam ka UDP lo
no ndala concern fama militaire
banko kan o manko UDP ngol
ndala concern militaire alma ni ku yakana ndal fama be fam fa romansi alma mol kana heart attack soto because of ni ku yaman kala gamen ka sudati
nim ko ka bi niyo mantora wallahi ala be sedi are ninta ni tam di amuno bi ela platform odo wala ñu UDP nga do man diam ala platform to bi wala ate ke wala
no idamante
ate
idamante
no abala fa warata sa abije kon dalla fenkol fire service ngol e dal ka mo don be so abi mo donné son mo dolle na man sa ko ndamolle
no memo na Mr. Drabe Mr. Drabe, même on a promoted na fire service all. They went through the necessary training like any other country. Protocols so they know what it takes to be a fire service, and they know what it takes for a truck or a car to be a fire service car or truck. So for the fire service manyin lonko, geo yanda tarla moto kono 24/7. For it manyin lonko dimbash nano at any time. Suto tilibulo ularo. Why bilin joro jamano ndalta nyi moela meta ajila ntala fire service follow niye kumandi yale be fitalema 1 hour 2 hours ni fitalema fona iko jio monsor bana fire service nejele ka jio wafi molma so when it comes to money ka jio sotole but when it comes to disasters fire outbreaks ibuka jio soto
is a big problem walakin ko mun na mbala fa sana fon o to nyala di bar bi kabrim nem kerfatu fana jibe ina tata brikama fire station sana balfa warata
yes station ko jibe
no motol je kontal gambien mo million flabe dendi ni fire service motol lala gambien bangoka abalfa warata sana moto lebel lori ñun lanto moto problème dan dine be motol la ye bula lori e kata problem ba sana brikama be warare nyame mota saba wala bije mota fula de be pinyaring sanji jol wala kari jol mota kilinde mala ba borika bala fa waratal anin gambe ka fon jol soto mun kanana gambe bangoka fo gambe nyanta fire service station jol soto la gambe bangoka anyanta siala
okay but Ibrahim yeah, I'm a question Tonya Harmadingo. We all have the right to our opinions. We all have the right to our choices, especially when it comes to political parties. But for time, I'm saying Gambe dingo for now. It be Gambe je. Ini Gambe dingo be seeding. Kali ta follow ko ite ka kibaro be moy buka moy. Ibuka foko e mantara social media follow ka. Ibuka foko membe kelen dunia buka je. Say bi be seeding. It be be seeding Gambe bi. Ye Gambe no ye nyon Gambe na be siri bala. Akaka baro la champion. Akaka baro la promoter. Akaka baro la fasa. Akaka left fala baro e. Minute Tora. How you gonna Ibo tala no nyadile? With all this is happening. Na bangoka.
Sana mesun karola kono. Ala be sede alena. Nde mo man long. Bitilo. Mo je mun kono mun yale ke e kafalo ko bi ka barola support wala ma barola fi. Anende momon no mul yalla iba baro fi wallahi billahi ala se diare mbe sun karola kono ndene to mari ta fo la fa dunya e bang aman kan kuriyatal aman kan joyatal katu najel ko ite man balfa la soto nite balfa soto gambe noli ite balfa soto wala ite bulala mo fi ini mo makanyan katu momon ni mo be baro fi ibe la kanyanta ibe ba ko lenkiling ital bi la jifa dala fi man tar banko fi ital lan naf ko len nafa ital bo la fi andi banko la nafa nyanta wala jela sana
bala at the end of the day kana nyina de
sanji jole ha
kana nyina de ka fula fane ko ha ite lab do ko wala sabo ibe baro support lale ite lab poso e bole fe nyima kinte Obama ya file nyima kinte Obama ya file ko dunia ko lam dunia ko lam yinte ya do Maimuna Balde o ka fole dunia ko lam yinte ay yaaje me support la baro fara support lale ni man sakunda do na ba support lale mama kadi bajo fran di same thing mama kadi dabo fran di same thing ako dunia ko lam ay yaaje me support la baro support ni do fana na ba galal so ikajina fo anu baro fon tulo kany dol moyle the same thing wala bota Alaji Sise Dakono the chief protocol officer the same thing wala bota Se Omar Faye Dakono the minister of defense the same thing wala bota nani minister Ahmad Ba and others yeah baro tulo kamale but at the end of the day
itonya sana baro famara baro ndesan yalong nene sarambenyu kuma fole ma football be social media fe ba follow kan nene kuma kan do moy from Senegal from social media na moy mun na for platform auto mor muron dina mor muron la ka jarolo ay kuma kan mo fala kuma ko nante to kenno nyinta sosola nda sosola ala kuma kan asampulol mbol la jeka asampulol wallahi billahi walakin nanko ko ni dimba molo min be kerente ni be mu sacrifice lati ni mu sacrifice lati ndira fala hande astaghfirullah be sun karo la kono barinte aji nyamen sana aja kala wartale mahanin am ka hani sanjol fondu bu yaaje me bijanne sana ay kuriya kur ka nyawnya badin sa to diya wala ma fuko marché mu ka jani de bari yamay bi marché janate karkilin karfula yamay marché do fana janate ko tank marché la ka jani marché wondi stall sana sana jakaro waltar
ya
kunu kabru sana sutu football sumanda
yes
na ko kisi na mira muka da waje no
idan mante mobile exactly yeah
ñu mu jakal ko lati de telaf ka gamme no ñin kala sang ñin dimba kamala akampala ñandi le say ya fa mole ñin dimba kamala ñandi anda be kamala sutol la
exactly
Bro nyala mo di katele di kol kono yela wafirol taji yela krol yu sa nyama ita fol jalaji ita mas jalaji yese so ko ne amele ko yela bi kol jara
yeah exactly
wo kelo no nyaadi le
exactly and at the end of the day ba dole ni foar wala kapata say basen kol fele nyinata wala say what they are going through malong e ka balu nyaadi le malong e ka mina sura prukan dawla samba sokona malong bila boda wo kun kilimo to kibir bakata drong say nyinatelal say bir ka mo fananta be kibir la tenne after 1 week masakunda be nyinalela politician be nyinalela say te ba dole be nyatra stogulo je o ba dole kilimo bi wala mina soma e kelo ke nyola ko wala pour que president elect wala ka politician elect
walakin moment ni sonte yibutu to muta baro no ma ni election o kono imari ko wakan
yeah yes baraka ba ni sen
moment ni sonte election o ke bado e ko do muta baro fe ni election nala imari ko wakan abe kala mbele ko wakan ja katu najele bata mun kono ja ndo bata keleka molaji mulbu toro kono molbe fala boro to laptanol to ambulance to laptanol to ani mu fatu nyalo nte jeli kata laptano de kafo ikay futal laptano to foy emergency so to fang ibe ambulance drafo jala be dunda be findila alko do ban essence sankata nan sama baji
yeah gambe drom dunia be
sana ba fa warata
gambe drom yeda police station de ko e molbe kelo na so ko ne fama sika nyokane wala na singol mutajina e ko gaso de mbul moto sa essence sa wala town tripota
essence sa
Gambia le ka police ote ka bulani town trip ko taxo ina kada crime scene Gambia but saying the president of that country the commander in chief of that country kalo ka block ko si ka fon ka moro tansa bani lulun ko le order na NPP la moto ti sa de kemen nim fen ko le print yes na block ko say
abanta
abaraka ban be ko at the end of the day
thank you very much
abaraka Mr. Drame thank you so much Thank you. Yes. Badi wol nano ko mo jamala lafta ka dunnang bada nal ben solo no 1 minute la audio fala fanam bi janna play menketa Mr. Mamadou NB Kurbariti audio do bondi from about 1 second about base la marché wala kuola ka pour ka kumol ni to nyane do ne mam fale nu jang about ya baro lafta ka base marché nyinta pour ka I think I have
Andir ko assalamu alaikum yo assalamu alaikum mbadin gambian call ani mbadi pasen call ntele Mamadou Coulibaly ntele nadi jandrom pro ngamol inform pasen call ani gambian call membe kerim passe sade kono telufla commento freedom newspaper ya reveal ko inin na passe alkalo alaji selluba ye interview ke woto lentel be bura kalama ko passe marché moy janetanu saying mansa kunda lafta marché o bonde la passe sade ba kono ka samba radio gambia ndel be ngalon radio gambia je sama kono jio ka lole je wala dina kordalti je hani saying bari lafta mo nene la kafo ko ni ye ñu marché o samba je be je de dalale e ma marché ba ben darano saying e lafta marché o sayde la ñinom ñinti ko pour yen na marché ba be damen sato tema pour yo wota adu nintel basen ko sonda foye wota be nimisalale kadi be wotala le ake private business ori ibe molne la sa ya fo be kulo le kala je be jiates le kala je ibe marché o bonde la be damen ni marché o be lorin damen sa ni men futa de basse ibe ke tele ni marché o na mol kade la dépenseur bonde ni marché o e kata wa fro la je la abe sato temale bidikol be janjande asinna je o bidikol be balori ni marché o la ni marché o ta ya samba koma woto ibe menki kan e basse la business o le fa kan il lafta basse le fala bari meyen del dimin ani meyen mol jahal banko la vice president o Asetu Touré weta basse ay mol nyinin pour walita dumala ye diamu na alkalo le pour wali ha dema pour e nyinke amon fundina banta ka nyinke bari anata dumale la basse dingul man bo nyin kalama basse sefo man ba kalama basse alkalo man ba kalama basse dingul man ba kalama ndel basse dingul dum nyanta wulale nga bala nyinti katu ningam fambula nyirbulu ibe na marché o talale ta ke koma ibe na sati o falale silati je min bitani marché o sama kono marché o membe basse nyinati na amantama no hanibi o telikandi marché o nyin karu sama kono jiyo kanale je ningam fambula fo nyi marché o ta ya samba jana radio gambia sama kono molti sino la je adu wafurla tita je ibe molla basse sado la commence falale ntel lom basse dingulti sane nyanta wulla nga lonna alkalo koma na e kele nga yita ko laftan na marché o be dame ay tuje ay tar lorin je ni sa londi no mole ya londi mole ni da londi no la mole yentel basse dingul bula nga feke nga na marché o dada basse lom sade kilinti me alon ko nyil sinano je ye dung ite diamul alkalo ye ite diamul sefo ye ite diamul chiamano ye ite diamul basse dingul ye jutu ne anati molkan ye dum molkan duma la suto ya foko pour ite ben na marché o bondi la abe dame ka samba sade o koma nyanta mira la wala baake basse dronnom sade o de bi gambia kono sade ba me alon ko juma bandung lorin atije basse dronnom sade kono bi gambia me alon ko stadium of football o pour dindu atije basse dronnom sade baati bi gambia kono me alon ko mana sela kilimbale be duna sade kono basse dingul bebe complain la lack of development bi je nga sisa nyi mansa kunda e na e la filante lam marché o tala be lorin dame ka bondi ka samba koma nintel basse dingul sonta wala ibi ni nyi marché o tamul bulu ibina na kordale tala mol bulu na tambita wala hanin na balu nyaay ba tala mol bulle wala na momonde ina moy nyina ya janja mol ya moy ya lonko be nyin silole to ama nyambi ama nyansini nim basen kol nimma wuli ibe sawosor la niye sawosor molla ibe nasate o tala mol bulu wala na ko benga nyin janjang mo bebe diamo basse dingul a jama ba bebe kam farenne bare dol mol mel bije mel lonko man wulu basse kono e man ke basse la wolle nata e laftanna basse tinyala wolle nata be mansa kunda sementu yandi kan pour yina e jetinya ni e bandi e paki e sai e tayde ila kombo ndal ngatar sirin basse bada kono basse mu second capital road de basse is a very good commerce area. Let us insist to make sure that you can namarcio move your marcio bill ni da bill lolantel basse en kol fanga tewol city ngan namarcio bill mole an nimbara bake. Thank you.
The unfortunate thing about this, what I mean to go, Basim Kulba Kalamuta water is too late. man sakunda be base marso talale ibe paperwork sol be kalale ye contract volta basin kol be sile be mena jela je to wolem do ko fela commencer tabe kala na do ko pareta do ko juma tamu nyinti adama badol tamu nyinti yes Mamadou Kourbali ya Dakar mena wala man je fo be je fulale wala min ko baro atele Aissatou Touré ki playta ni underground woko kay baro atele lefta ka shopping mololo base marso nyinto the entire land nyimbe alafta kata ka shopping mololo je about 400 plus canteens yenta wala lola je na lota fa paita ay now biti kolta ka wasi molma men diatay ke charge ko di jawbala burunga ko do kate incommode. This is the bottom line here. Jimale be baro jappale kanyum ko kono Abubakar Jawara ñol Kisima Jawara ñol Khalil Wage ñol wala mina sorola in return wala pre-finance contract solti contract sol in their favors mi ko bidindi kala je bides te sotola je Habiru Janyol of Ja Oil ñol itele baro koma when it comes to this but basen ko ba kam to dawda batara is too late mbetata jan baflata kala muk basen ko to sonna over our dead body Sarah don't even think about that nal poto do aliaje dron programme ni materialize dron aliaje dron realize ta dron alko alena diamo commencer mboka wula wato la wala mgambe la promote mbadi ngambe nkolo right now in draft constitution for example 300 sections wala beji 300 sections why Barrow and his cabinet are interested in only one particular section. Well, the term limits. Why? For the CRC commissioner, the Constitutional Review Commission, for Barrow must set up. For Manka Gambia no let. For Manta Gambia don't limit. Both in the Gambia and the diaspora. Gambia don't let miro. They spoke to the last man in the village. They spoke to that old man in membership in Bantamoga. They spoke to that last woman member of Farokor. Mobi ala mira da foji. So at the end of the day, for Barrow, atala kumara Gambia dingol bedi ba because atala president modiba. For Bankola law is about President Barrow and Dimbaya. For Bankola constitution should be about President Barrow and Dimbaya. Atata na dan be fitala nyimbe fa ngoro mbadi Gambia nkolo. Alisia kala fa nyininka why nkata jara rola Senegal. Period. Why Gambia non tekata jara rola Senegal? Fale ptanol to na Gambia. I spoke to one lady today. Member in Sweden. Akanyim program ojibe what or what? A new mantra diaring for the past 3 weeks. Nina dia muda faikalam kwenye new mantra diaring for the past 3 weeks. Aninyi sunkaro benta. Ama sunkaro alabarungo kanu anyama. Abe confusing. Silo monsura praya Gambia. Usabama be sasari. Ana bama sasa abatan. Ala on sister Benjamin fanani sasalem. Bala wonyata fanga sasalale. Wo sasa ta nyawanya wonyata fanga sasalale. Ibele promo mjimalti bi bama. Anu na jabi mena wala mu ni sasa to be bul Gambia bi menke de wunje wala mu. Jaral dulal mon soto. Because interkan ko tirin jaral bundal menna wonte jaral bundal. So in the private sector, there are many along Quebec Jola or private sector Kundo. Private sector Melan Quebec Jola Quodo. But private sector Doctor qualified Willemde. Doctor qualified Willemde. We have the most qualified doctors. But Joraman Lefonto no private sector bulo. Aleptan Joraman table. A bagasol table. A facility sol table. But at the end of the day, they will not tell you that Kwetaji Sasa carry Jaral or you Koran carry Tajaral, a machine table, a Joran table, a Boro table. It be more child of Kodo Balale, needed it to Tubabu, Kodo Yamoto killer, if a Kodo Fata killer, because you more Yantaka Ebama and Takajara, or Lemanafi Faifa. Albaka with Dauda, I tell the most Shikala Waterman Kasamba Dakar, Water Fro, call Shika Kasamba Dakar. 90% of the people that in case transport from Banjun to Dakar, Pota Jaral, or Kataka Fro, Tifapreda. 90% of Gambia la courant on men si kan ke samba Dakar preta jaralo wakatre kata fraude fa preta because wakatre tara Gambia ida e rombolo dila diabetes be mola ya high blood pressure bolo dila wala high blood pressure be la diabetes bolo dila wala leptan jora unti jema ba jarala ba ñun docteur me ala ko benta mo kendo fe aketlina ka fa ni mele ni samba Dakar be fala mbadu ngal talo no kolle ata nyama dimita nyame foye involve ba kono wala mbadu ngo sedame involve la kono ndal dol jata through it we know how it feels to take a loved one or a sick person to Dakar for a treatment sakanima mbadi soro je kamo fa lijante abe ji yala dame kamo lijante tero ye tero mello wala mo fay mo Dakar kamo lijante ibadu be ji yala no dame pour de rabe jara lo soro la yala hotel lo kumante nyama mayele badu ngi tara jara lo Senegal ko hotel lo ta o kumante I went through it, a family member went through it, and Mojima went through it. Right now I have a co-worker Siatu Sato Koroja Abama ka dialysis lege nanyi fana program lo do jana dialysis abama ko lege bara abama ka dialysis make boro e ko le sanga itra abama bulu Gambia e ka boro sam from Dakar itra bulu abama bulu Gambia ni boro mina bana ye kila ki Senegal ko ke boro sam na banyu leptano the main hospital the general hospital dialysis boro tije machine da mala be je kay la boro sa ya samba nyana fundraising ke a cancer victim la janne muso mi alko breast cancer bala banyu leptano do ndaka ko do men kiaye because we know that ko ata megla it was made clear to us that ko ata megla we were advised not to even waste our time kasamba Dakar wala kasamba na America but abeje plus que 3 meno ñi receive dro untele ko do men kiye bandejol ni fongol men sa ka address mena the same bandejol ni borol ikol sike kadi modola ani men be the same word men ba balaje next to her pulo fane yo jara ifan jara ye fan nafa na representative in the Gambia men kadaje akamol tare ke singo site carton la carton e ka nalen busol te ka dol singo sitala o video be bentel bul jana o video be bol nol be keep le for records ndele ko do ki me play jara atala jara ro kola tol men to jakadi modola pule afan nafa fa bila ko temo ko ata megla ya bula tata suwokor atata suwokona man suto sino no amman suto sino no sunjo ba dimila ina da samba Hamadia hospital tiri saba yolo ka jafata na ba nyama minani ba bon la Gambia leptan ba de ba samba Hamadia hospital in the first place mina sabi ba bon la in the main general hospital. So Gambia no ndela ftala fanyini ka udamala amanja na campaign ka amanja ndela kana social media ka diam amanja nga post ni ko Facebook na to ka leftal fana na to ko Gambia no buka tawnte yaka parce que nyima ka nyino de nyino man ko nyun kono way fate hejud fi tawnte yala mo nyindi ala fanyini ka way Gambia no ka jaro le Senegal ala fanyini ka way Senegal is now supplying Gambia electricity nyinyante menjola nyinyante keme jola menkundo Bekeme fulal joka on kundo sa because Senegal is also making profit out of it. Anam fanyini ka badi Gambia ngol. But it's rather unfortunate. Bi afele barona la mone mine main promote the draft constitution. Na moy ker fatule in an interview with Mama Kande. Fatu ture question do pose ako Baroman time limit soto wala man time frame mo diara constitution ni setara na blo adiata nyamen fadana be parela. I don't think that's true. I will have Alugagu here. Alugagu will confirm that one more time. President Barrow is given a time frame for a constitutional review. Because 6 to 8 months amanya tambilala. Dana ba dila deputy bungola. But again, na deputy le member. Ni mana boda dia wala mena for UDP deputy la karola. Hey, UDP deputy le famu Barrow e sanne betonya fula jande. UDP deputy le Barrow e sanne by giving them lands. Government reserve lands from all yundum na deputy dol beje bi bu nyana horomo kambe deri. Bali betro be fula jande. Na UDP deputy be jame Barrow e kenyol kunta adila be bulu. And they will go for Barrow in proceedings at the National Assembly. Many anko bi UDP deputy le mitide. Emon cross carpet kata Barrow ya. Meni anko UDP deputy le mitide me expel pour eta kabo parti do. E be jele follow na amodo ko be konole. And we believe that they are serving the interest of the party and the Gambia. Baro Kenyo kundu adila. And baro Kenyo men kundu adila. Yalno ko Kenyon te tati, ima deserve baro manyana adila. Imambaro jinika why they are giving those lands. Hey, ni diam wato sila nyine bebe folale. Nibe mole ndol expel la UDP ben expel la. Because no diam fana mole be foka Gambia. Ika modo report puli enda men expel la. Wadan ko UDP nkol. Alna kamben way. Alna nyobolo ogula. Mbeli be fola jane. UDP le full soldier jobe social media 24/7. Abe UDP fasala, abe kelo loya daboy. Ya neng loya daboy kola, ya neng party wala kola. Ya report ko puli expel from UDP. No be mo jane be dere ñu. We don't want to go back to the old issues now. Ba ñayen kam fara na dalil so way kam fara. Abe ta folo no. Nte ñama mane na si Facebook nka kam fa kensinga wala nga ñoy UDP ko attack. Ma dolo mi ñama ma. Akule keta. Yo UDP o men report wala ye mitino ko UDP dingo men ko la pour ya expert from the party no bota UDP for na UDP para na UDP amata batan wala UDP na fa UDP mo na fa wala ka ko do boni UDP ka UDP ka nyam ko do di wala ba den tro da UDP ay fa ne mota UDP in fact that was a time they want to arrest him during the time of Yaya Jammeh. In fact there was a time ya lako la min tun kara want that mandate. So niyo expert UDP. Fana UDP tora man UDP na fa fenna. Amo tora fenna. Yo boni UDP amo tora fenna. Nyine nkam fandi. O membe faka UDP. Ibani ka UDP. Ya fane UDP. Ya kan kocho on Facebook UDP. Men kara report UDP wala mambata katambi wala. Nyine ntel kam fandi wana mfindira bandan diamuda. Abeta fola no. But ko do beje na fo wado sinamba folale. And men ka mo report to the leadership. Ika fe kal nyina be mol bayka UDP ala expert UDP itel ko itel lem diplomat no do lonne and ye fallone lungu be sida mba fola Facebook social media wala wala telephone be politico bulala UDP ko alna kamben way ala ñoo fasa bi Ahmed Jide bi la tata loy mi fo ako UDP affiliated group sol wala be ba Marshal Jadika UDP ko alna kamben. They are all behind Ahmed Jite ba support ka. Now they are together. Ali da diam ka moy ba social media min ka tare ka UDP attack billion doyle mbak for NRP lembak for APRC lembak for independent minded people lembak. Ali la posting jere ba mbi about the Birkama market disaster. Did you guys see sympathizing with the people of Birkama? Ali ka gele fene fomba? No. Ali konte killing men findide ko ne diamuda. UDP ko alna kamben way. And the nyomuda fasa. Unity is the only way forward. Modo be faka UDP, iba bali na UDP, ya doku moro ya UDP le kola, ya kumani all kinds of names la, ya the private life of bondi. Ile ka for yo expel UDP. Niyo expel UDP for na UDP para mo batani. Wala kal na floke UDP, akal time always UDP, ala ko be was UDP. Not only UDP, but our leadership. It can for you expel because wala way of doing things all man DAT. Because it common civilized, because it common diplomatic. Nina sabun diamuda. Hey, Nina sabun findita bantan diamuda. We receive a lot of advices from people that go, let's not come outside. But if we don't come outside, the problem will not be solved. Niman findinu banda problem will not solve la. Ameta munu du malan. Mete suturale. Alna competition la ni karala jana way o mantra moni motema UDP kono fadi ya kele mantra moni motema way alna nyomuta and look at the bigger picture and focus on the bigger picture wala mundi UDP is already a shadow government. UDP is already a government in waiting. Ba Usenu is already a president in waiting. Alna do ko nying timmandi nyante mesura na soro na broda do beja Yusufa Jarema e ko soro nyini ka ko fo ba Usenu to diamo no UDP dibitole ba pour ka mesura ko ya patole interest o protect ani gambe dingole interest o for your information broda Yusufa Jarema ba Usenu we kele suta tiri abaka ba Usenu we kele over and over and patio the leadership of the party, the executive of the UDP, they are working hand in hand with our members in the National Assembly. Inika mitino soro inika kachale ikenyo object ko lale akital ko na deputy dole beje wolle jo yata over 4 years wolle ya choose ka jongolti bi wolle ya choose ka kate final jamfa wolle ya choose ka coalition 2016 jamfa wolle ya choose pour ka gambe dingol nimisani after 22 years of dictatorship wolle multi men yalla go ya muta dal futto e dañ fa wara tak futto rek ñu tak abi yalla nda men ro yeka bu ko njodi ni UDP deputy men yalla ko yi baro e keje kensingol dila andi tante andi ma deserve andi manya na soda andi baro nyini ka waya dila nko be tolbe mol bul dana an kabi some of them you'll be disappointed in them we know them we will mention call their names iko ko kuna wato lemo yeah we will never beat by the bush mantere sutura kal kana me ko be sutura kande they either have to stop what they are doing but we will continue to expose them. Sai Baro Fela Nala Mole plan, okay? They are reaching out to the National Assembly members about this draft constitution. Anna give me manya menkala in the draft constitution of Anakor. This draft constitution, femanya amen naje, femanya bondi laje, femanya la falaje. It's perfect. Hey, femanya be be montel febo. Ni draft constitution okor. Ko be be mo ad abo febo. Ama UDP febo as a party. Ko be yente sana jaju mbalantala le. Amandi yanye. Nale nyini kamira modi mbafala de ballot. I prefer ballot tokens. I prefer tokens over paper ballots. Gamben ko le tokens solo. Na keba le tokens solo. Karambalo le tokens solo. Anu kate fe na bekela wala loi na bekela. Ayanta mo bele febola. Foi kranta ba foi man karam, foi tubab karon ke ba foi alquran karon ke ba. Foi finki tel foi man finki. Luwa nana ta hente generalize lale ballot boxo nyi tokuno men ka fay wole gambe dungo be febo ni mu finkinte ota e febo ni mu lañu tota e febo ni mu arab karam di noti febo tubab karam dungo a febo karambolo a febo muskeba yonga age fondinke ay be febo de tokuno wole mol febo but the ballot boxo nyi wala the ballot be pame ndema like ama mo jama febo but we cannot have everything our way nindo diata nya dota diala nyi ya jamala constitution me akabe be amen mbekal no kaka mo target mbekal no kaka tara a group of people target kam mbekal no kaka tara political party le target kam the age limit biliadu the constitution kono mo be an ko the age limit was about lawyer dabo the age limit was about lawyer dabo the leadership of the United Democratic Party this is why the age limit disqualify lawyer dabo it disqualify our deputy leader Ajam Seka Nko nunte ay loi da bobe kaso ko wari mena Ajam Seka automatically becomes our flag bearer and our secretary general and our presidential candidate but age limit ma fanan febo no de mo ci Ajam Seka la ning barola Ajam Seka la samatol fang fisara barod Ajam Seka la samatol fang londo wata barod Ajam Seka la samatol fang makamo so barod Ajam Seka la samatol value so barod but age limit la fanan disqualified who was there at that time. All the senior members of the executive were in jail. Femi Peters be jail. Loada be jail. Keme Senje be jail. Lamin Nambundi be jail. Ani mo jaman wala muna kebal. Jamale to koma deputy lidoro. And Ajam Seka correct reason na sort very genuine reasons. Me alon ko wala sa baro choose. Akam dal desana Jarju bi mo bebe lani allatan na al kasi al kay lamoy ale place odina ale maka modina na ta ke jongoti nal bitre al be jumale blem la ntele jon yake ntele mbanka ka foroti UDP baro tros ilata barola Ajam Seka baro tros alata barola Gambelo le baro tros ilata barola Coalition 2016 baro tros ilata barola adana ta kera jongoti adana jam fantungoti ate mol nimisani ay mol moneni alfa fala kana mol le blame for giving baro to the Gambians na fika ya kola fento wakoma ale momo e ka fako UDP nyonyu jox baro wala UDP nyonyu jox baro na fika ya kola fenta koma na fiko kola wonte fenti instead of saying thank you to UDP for dishonoring or disowning a dishonest son. Instead of telling UDP thank you for refusing to be a blind supporter to the government, for refusing to be a blind supporter to injustice, for refusing to be a blind supporter to nepotism, all they want to say UDP nyonyo jox baro. UDP ngula tele baro di mola. But at the end of the day, by the Gambian call, mbita back to topic number 1. It is now or never. It is now or never. Gambian fall left half fanala, nyina sang la be senyala. Fall mo lefa fanala, nyina sang la be senyala. Anu mbe kuma kile fala tele bonyol siatale. 2021 dam malem. 2021 dam malem. Mebalu wala manfa, nyin diamu ba, nyin sino balia, mbe nyin ndro mbe takante, nyin modo ko mbe kante. 2021 dam malem. 2021. After 2021, I'm saying goodbye to the platform. I'm saying goodbye to the social media. I have to go back to my family life. I have to concentrate on my family. I have to do something better for myself. 2021 da malem. Alial famfasa gambenol salam. Almal famfasa salam. Alial fankanu salam. Almal fankanu salam. Nyajen ka focus Gambia no come back because 90% of the Gambians in the diaspora mansula fena Gambia. 90% of the Gambians in the diaspora mansula plus la Gambia. 90% of the Gambians in the diaspora mansula Gambia saralila. 90% of the Gambians in the diaspora we don't even want to be a minister. 90% of the Gambians in the diaspora na lokunjola siya minister la joti Gambia. 90% of us in the diaspora ngamenso na karokon wala siya vice president wala saraliti. So ntelemon sula fena Gambia. Bal mako ka nyola, alem mako nal mako na nyokanu mbeta Gambia la mfal nyol beje. Atel ken tel ka enemy di wala ntelem ba feñoti wala ntel dasiar. At the end of the day, mbe kumoka. It is now or never. It is this year 2020 or never. For a better Gambia, a Gambia that will be comparable to Senegal, a Gambia that will be comparable to Nigeria, a Gambia that will be at last we are free. It is now or never. Naman kasanga tekela korenge. But at the end of the day, mbe kumo kam korenge mbadi Gambia ngolo. At the end of the day, mbe kumo kam. Right now, Jumalaka go for me create diaspora Gambenol. I say singati badi dalajana. Abubakar Sidiki badi dalajana. Nte badi dalajana. Modo badi dalajana. Na kodol kafu nyoma. Na nyo dani. Na shada dani na platform moro. Na kodol be kafu nyoka. Nkaki minto Gambia. Nkaki Jumale Gambenol. So diaspora be continue la nyina dal. Atele moto bono ni essence bandado alia pak na essence kakoro. Alia bonne ko na banda alia pak na essence kakoro. O ni inginoti nyata nem fanke inginolti. Diaspora be continue la nyina. Nin diaspora diamode iko diaspora mumba feñolete diaspora ko liamo itale ya belo diaspora ko itale ka kibaro befo ndel be kata gambela nin tan ngamuneke na enjoy na party na fusu fasa na sena ndebo kamal kanyum fo madua ka se gambia kata sije modua wallahi madua mbuko malu ka fo moye foni be bal woni sa temade wala sombo korora madu wakata si gambi nkamen soroja in terms of customer services, in terms of access to better health care system, in terms of respect when it comes to customer service, in terms of the special treatment nkamen soro as America dingo, in terms of anything ntasota Gambia and more importantly, we are the 8th region of the country. We are the 8th region of the country. We are part and parcel of the country. But the kama samunela, tubabu dunko alkane nyakaso wala. Wana nte diwo ni sawada manem na fomole nu. Nyinsun karo men duntanu ngakono nu adade follow Gambia no mbembe nyanta mbulo mutalo nu way. Gambia hayna mbi fonte la makoro be nyata la manuel tiba fa Gambia tele pro be mu manu da mal tiba fa Gambia tele masakunda na be dana da nyino di la mola nyata la manu da mal tiba ko do cere so nyanta di la Gambia no lale ni COVID-19 na kodo mi alon ka be lalin karala nto discussion on jambi. I will do that in my next program. I have a lot to talk about that. The $500 million is ya spend nyame. The $160 million ya the Minister of Health la spend nyame. Nto kachala noja. But at the end of the day, nitara on lisoto. Moto sanda $12 million is plus. Ye moto sam from 7 Madi and Sons. cost $12 million plus. But Ankabi, they spend more than $40-something million on transport allowances or transport fares. So motor na fale side. Why be motor sana na Ankabi pasol be joka. Motor na fale. Na Ankabi be kodo spend kam pasol kunto. And you allowance men di mola. The last time the allowance di mola, it was only $5,000. The people in the forefront. The people in the forefront. Men be screaming cake up. Men come all test. Men come all samba quarantine. $5,000 is a whole deal and it's only one-time payment. Adanta walla. Amantam be fenna korenge. You call kono be di allowance la kono tara mintole. Hey Gambia, it is now or never. Ala wuli. Ala destiny control. Ala wuli. Before it is too late. Nunta liya told si liya pare. Mansa kunda korangola. Dictator. Yaje ba fang fisara men. Me alon ko biwala ka Gambia no be no kuya. Pun ka lon ka foko yaje me fisara men. Mbadi Gambia ngolo. At the end of the day, should it be about Gambia and Gambians? For it should be about President Barrow. Alam fanyin kanyang question. Nimbala fa wala tawai. Ajakalo wala ta. Alam mo yung audio la. Nimpata nano ko mo jama left ka dunna. But I'll be yem fala na damani for few seconds drop. Nanyang audio la moy den sa aliw gagu dundi nyang na dia mota few minutes is na call alta. I know alaji SM jabati left ka dung. I know na brother mo jama bi jam minan ko miss call so ka left ka dunna. But please ale patience so with me draw. Na time o soto le ale so 1 minute la do. Nanyang audio play jan den sinadung alaw gagu la kacha ko den sinadung Zinadung kacha do faran kono. I think there's a lot of audios here. Malembe menkela jang. Lot of audios men nyande play. It's interesting. But I'll so 1 second la 1 second. Mbadi Gambian Kolo, Aturembe on the ground. Mbafrale one more time. It is now. Yes, brother Aliu.
Yes, sir.
Inimbara, Mr. Aliu. Thank you so much. Nalo no kombe. They may balajan because there's a lot of people many along left do naka contributing typical to. So me menkela.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, okay. Nado ko roughly in 20 minutes or no. Well, 30 minutes, and then I also have a lot of audios. Yeah, I have a lot of audios for the many play about the Brikaba fire disaster and in Basse Marshall Kola and in draft constitutional Kola.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. No
so,
problem.
Yes, brother Alu, Najeloko after Diamobe Sketa, Pluka Foko, Barona la Mulba track and a Pluka in draft constitution in drag. They want to go beyond the time frame mandated. Danu Wofarang, Nadia Mulmoloko, constitution in blood draft, Barona la Mol, Yediamoka Kola Kame, Ifebo, because the likes of Amejite Najila posting Kanimo Jamal. Omana Kanyan, Bim Natajan, the newspaper, Menkata the standard newspaper, the headline document, Walla Midoko, Barola cabinet, Menkata SGT 40, a minister. Iko, the draft constitution discriminates against President Barrow. But Jakalo Bedami Walla Midoko, brother Aliu, the draft constitution have about 300 sections. About 300 sections. Many are going Bunda Jama Lamani Fana Jama. Why these people are more particular about only one section? Menkata, the term limited. It looks like President Barrow is following the footsteps of Yaya Jammeh. Wala Mintuko. Ikafumole two term, constitutional na 2 term keje. Yaya ko me febo yo bondije. And then, in an interview, Menkata bi Kerfatu, Mama Kandela interview la mung, Fatu from by interview ka. Now from Fatu from on Mount Ako. draft constitution bi dal ya submit president ya time limit tala wala ndiko president sa marono adiata wato men time taba jibela wato men diata for how long as long as at a satisfied. So there's nothing like a time frame for it. And then to my understanding, I know that time frame will be 6 months to 8 months. So after you do catch up. No, facture le afo be mama kande interview.
Facture nyanda kala research le. The nakata 06 statements if all utter in the public domain as a journalist.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. For le biala interview near time so that you can go through that interview yala moy ndakal la jam mo kan and dokuba fa mem fema mfona interview ni la moy nama fama dalale anum facture natroko this is a slip of a tongue from her or this is a mistake. Let her come back and clear the air or retract this statement. It's a very consistent statement.
Yeah, the media, what we need to understand is the media has a responsibility in upholding good governance.
Yes.
The media is not only there to interview people. You are there to educate and to also hold the government to account. So they are a stakeholder. Well, in the near coalition manifesto Juve, one of the bedrock was to also strengthening the media. Final draft I access to information. I freedom of the media you guarantee.
Okay.
It is just to sit in the media, and then decorate yourself. It is a responsibility on you to make sure that the government is put to task.
Okay.
So there is no justification stating that the government has a discretion to keep a final draft constitution. At the time me along with left submit. That is a very, very big blunder.
Yes. And then again, Malafi Yafo, Sanale Yafo, I would like you to make your own research. If I'll be program or Mani Mama Kande, if you can go there and see it, if I'm wrong, you can prove me wrong. But I know I heard it from her own mouth. So,
yeah, thank you very much, Sana. But come. Maybe more than I understand. Me not always the consular program auto. You understand? I'm a political activist.
Okay.
Sana. You understand? My appointment with CRC was entirely based on my qualification and a Gambian. A position advertised now apply, and I was appointed as a legal research officer. I work for them. I did a lot of job for them. Na commissioner ni na panta ala nata ke mbota Gambia nata prukan na karon la fa.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So as a political activist, our duty is to ensure that the government, uphold the principles of good governance, development, democracy, and rule of law.
Okay.
This we cannot compromise, and the need for a strong institutions. So, covering the standard learning fenko je ila heading in the on the front newspaper. I was not surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember I did Facebook Live on this, and I've been writing on this, asking this question: when will the president submit the final draft constitution to the National Assembly? I've been, conducting, not even only you, I've been conducting interviews in the Gambia.
Yeah.
That this final draft constitution need to be put in place, and this final draft constitution need not to be changed, because it is a constitution that, has been decided by the people. You understand? So now let us sign Adama Barrow a statement on you from Jube, thoroughly. Okay, near constitution on you Jube, it was established by an act of parliament. It is called the Constitutional Review Commission Act. 2017. Wala kiye. And the mandate was to review the 1997 constitution and then to draft a new constitution for Gambia. Then another the process has to be transparent, it has to be inclusive. You understand me? Then another after the draft, it must be accompanied by a report.
Okay.
The constitution on a report or somebody as a justification.
Okay.
Now report on section of the constitution on into na evidence kejele and justification of keje.
Okay.
So we submit.
Okay.
Because near act of parliament near the Constitutional Review Commission on na act ako submission and publication of the constitutional report. You understand it? Ako, we should submit the constitution, the final draft to the president. You understand? And the president should act upon the draft as the commission deemed fit. Commission of la president on yandaka act upon the draft. And do kabrim na multada officer to ikaku. This is a constitution me along ko. More Gambian will decide. 2 million Gambians. And the $166 million he will spend a day. At another Minister of Justice. One thing I wasn't surprised because after the meeting at State House, Minister of Justice ko constitutional mo jamate kontana na ko la janimba adobla. So I wasn't surprised. Career change. This is a clear indication Katandi ko President Barrow wants to sit for 15 years.
Brother Alu, can you say that again? Can you repeat that again? Iko the Minister of Justice, Ibo Labab?
Demin nan tata constitution on you submit. Minister of Justice ya for journalist ko. Final draft constitution on you mo date kontana ala kola.
Exactly.
So basically, the adoption on Bekela, lot of things, what Bekela, what a contana cola. So, what I think the moment like a surprise form. Right now, don't you what kind of mechanism can we, do in order to make sure that the executive respect the final draft?
Okay.
What I think the standard, what I know last time Kabir interview because executive man symbol so ka draft ni ma.
Okay.
Wala tin na ni standard newspaper ni read. Imamu ika foko they are ordering CRC to delete it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? Mina ni told form delete. They didn't delete it.
Because man symbol
they don't have that power. They don't have any legal standing to do that.
But in that case, can CRC go back to work again? I think this draft consists. Huh?
No, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
You cannot come from there.
Okay, go ahead.
Saying if you study law, there's what you call retrospective law. Now, Nico retrospective law, wala nyindiko ika koma fana jubile. You understand me? Minati neka koma jubile because we realize we make a koma and you mean the kasoto nyato abe kilineti. So amanjar yimina koma la yenyato da manjubile. Because near President Barola Manifesto Jube, it was only 2-term limit kajele. You understand me? One of the core things in Yandekami emphasized is 2-term limit.
Yes.
So it was the basis upon this code, it will form code, and no capri tata. The statistic is there. 90 near mola statistic Jube, go to CRC office. Afu Gambian journalists the problem is don't journalists so lazy tell it.
Yeah.
Let them go to CRC office and demand statistic.
No, I think
part of those they conducted a interview.
Yeah, I think I pull on from the online polling make that almost 99.9% of the Gambians favor the 2-term limit.
Yeah. In fact, Gambian phone ka follow moleko. In fact, 5 years phone siatele. Gambian phone do be phone ka follow ko la 4 years da manela.
No,
because yaje many jaware nisi they don't want us to repeat that incident again. So monata na kili. Morning executive ya meeting soto. It was for morning meeting soto. You understand it? And last time I told you, Gambia is part and parcel of ECOWAS. And right now, ECOWAS have what you call protocol. They have conventions. And all these conventions, Gambia has an obligation to protect them. And this convention we should, in order to ensure good governance and democracy, there is need for member states to practice 2-term limit.
Yes. Yes.
Understand it?
Yes.
And you remember that the efforts done by ECOWAS to make sure that borough democracy is sustained in the Gambia.
And other countries too.
Exactly, more taxpayers' money. More than 166 million. So out of 300 sections, the Minister of Justice as an international lawyer, mean that I Myanmar defend at the international court. There is no single reservation in the judiciary, in the legislature, in the independent institution, fundamental human rights, and other stuff. But the only problem they have is Section 100 of the Constitution, and that has to do with only one person. Is the Constitution meant for Adama Barrow?
No.
Is Adama Barrow better than the entire Gambian?
No.
Because 1997 Constitution, when you read, each and every Gambian has the constitutional right to vote and to be voted for. Adama Barrow has every Gambian has this obligation to vote for only Adama Barrow. Every Gambian is supposed to put in local category, and no, so is this constitution designed for only Adama Barrow? That is the big question. To the extent that Bunyanda can change it in order to suit Adama Barrow alone. This is the question. So now then na CRC jiwe na National Assembly jiwe they are going to leave up to the dictates of the president. So the more disappointed to that extent, because as far as I am concerned, this particular section do not affect any single person. It is simple. You already serve 5 years. You understand? You already serve 3 years. So these 3 years is part of your first 5 years, because the act of parliament that establishes the commission came within that first 5 years. The final draft new banda, and according to the constitution, you are still within the time frame.
Yes.
Constitutional new pass to the National Assembly for it to be put into referendum, for people to vote for it, and then it becomes the laws of the Gambia. So how does it affect you? But you have to understand, African Masakundal Betene.
Yeah.
Betene. Walatina, near final draft I have made sure Purka executive Nina Sembo Tala, because executives are only hungry for power.
Yeah.
That is it. This will tell you that President Barrow wants to go even more than 20 years in power.
Yeah.
So number one, what we can do is we have to write to international organizations. We have to talk to civil society organizations. We have to talk to concerned citizens. We do protest. When in the National Assembly, the State House, all political parties will protest because this happened during Yaya Jammeh's era. The 1997 Constitution, history read, 2 times the jail. I don't borrow the fuck minke. Yaya Jammeh fane wala kanu 2 times the jail during the consultation. But before the referendum, yeah, bundi. So this is what Adama Barrow and his government wants to do. How does it affect you?
So this is why I said he's following the footsteps of the former President Jammeh.
Exactly. You are right. You are absolutely right. He's following the footsteps of this man.
Okay, but Ali, nisa mako no jang men jakole be wara din jang wala min duko. Okay. Cabinet le consentandile. So sign for cabinet. Ye rise to the bang pour que the draft constitution on push back to the CRC. For CRC fana. For some bobe bula an kabe bang.
Right now, CRC. Hello?
Yanke mole.
CRC right now cannot go back to the constitution.
Okay.
You understand? Right now, CRC remember to come. Wolo nyindiko constitution on you. Ya turned into a bill. You understand? Pour ya di IEC la. Pour ya ke referendum.
Okay.
So natara ya samba to the National Assembly sula taften na nyanda long. Then if a CRC invite lalet.
Yes.
For clarification.
Okay.
You understand? And About that clarification, Mafoko, they are going to remove a section this and this. No. We don't understand this section. Can you please clarify?
Yes.
Why do you put this there? We justify. That's it. Abukola correct. National Assembly members can minister invite Nyame Doku, okay, to hold them to account. What number now? That is what is expected of them. Nothing more.
Okay. So, Alu, to my understanding, I come then the federal, I understand from everything right now, it's only the Gambian people who can reject this constitution if it is put to the referendum. Oh.
Exactly.
Oh,
according to law, the law is very simple. CRC buko nyindi barola. Barola la masa kunda ito nyanda kamike buko nyindi wolo ya read ya lonko CRC dogo minke, ya CRC blo dogo mina CRC akele.
Okay.
Ito nyanda kamike Minister of Justice nyanda ka Samba National Assembly. You understand? National Assembly ya kacha, ya turned into a bill, ya gazette, ya IEC election. Okay. According to the Constitution, 75% of registered voters must vote. Now, out of the 75%, if 50% said yes, then it becomes the Constitution of the Gambia.
Okay.
So, let us not even entertain that. The President has no power to touch even a punctuation mark in that final draft.
Okay, but Yamara Alu, according to the law, yes, he has no power. It is clear, and Gaminolia understand. But we all know Africa, Masakunda can make it especially executive. Nkatara sina nkafuka atenyin kela. Among Russia pruka nyinga manya na nyinkela. But sometimes the nasi like a pump because Masakunda na mall Africa sombo. Kajai. So it Yamara, what's going to be the scenario? In case you see like the President Baro Trimbaya Kaluwaji in Takatinya, and Najako IEC is also falling in President Baro's trap. IEC Ebeluaja Martina can be.
They already fought for it. I don't have confidence in IEC anymore.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
thank you. So what's going to be the scenario when it comes to...
Yeah, the worst case scenario is simple.
Yeah.
If the president, if the executive direct CRC to do this, yes. CRC will not do it. I know that our chairman is somebody who respects his work, and nobody can dictate him on what to do.
Okay.
CRC will not change anything unless and until National Assembly members invite CRC as a commission to come and defend what they put in the final draft. And CRC also already have that evidence. The statistics are there. The report is there for everybody to see. So if Borough wants to do everything possible to change that, it is not going to work. It is not going to work.
Okay.
And I don't think no National Assembly member with his right sense will even dare touch the final draft constitution.
Okay. Hello, Bekuma Fula Nyinin Kalajang. One the other things about me. I don't know whether you'll be open enough to say this or to make any clarification about this. On a platform and that was according to my source. I might be misled. I might say something I don't know. Whether blah blah do for time in any point of time the executive wala barole and they try to interfere with the works of the TRC. What am I meaning, Kaka?
There is only one time let me remember. Let me remember, that was during our consultation, Baroe Diamoke Katandiko about make solar in Gambia, Femko is sort of the death penalty, Akaba make solar death penalty a boy. That was the statement I make. So CRC made a press release, Katandiko, that issue is entirely human right. So the president should mind his business. That has nothing to do with the CRC is working on those things, and it is only Gambian people who can decide whether death penalty should be maintained or not. That is the only one I remember. Not the Jefana, Kalamta. But one thing I know is the commission is very, very independent, and there is nothing that the executive can do in order to manipulate them, because these are people, they are working in high profile, they make money, you cannot bribe them. They are people with utmost integrity. So you cannot bribe them.
Yeah. That's fair enough, Nico. I remember, but not only Barola statement about this death penalty, but this was in a situation they tried to directly reach out to the chairman, Mr. Jaloti at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, what time the issue was about the age limit and the phone calling. I told you, winner takes all, like the force down on like winner takes all, come like the previous previous one. The Alan Gambia nundo ane more than context clean beta. Yeah.
We are one form in 1997 into.
All 1997 because you're gonna yeah.
Correct. So if this final draft cannot come, into effect, then obviously we will still go by Nimi Winter Senior killing like Anika killing a beta.
Yeah. So okay, maybe the final question Danimbe Kola Edu Mr. Ali Abekala Mendi wala mbele nikuya wala mbele de unko dami wala mna dipitol. Ba una dipitol ile kuo jikoti je kotenge aningamira manjiko so don dipitol ko la.
No.
Yes, no audio play jane aninta fanana source nyina dinako. They are trying to reach out to Barola dipitol. Many along ka fanga yesana fa parta badol beje
so that they will vote.
Yeah,
so they will vote against it,
huh? Wala to make an amend. So left out to current and for ni draft constitution na fita da deputy bona for deputy will be amend fen amend no jaba like fen try wala ka fen lafa wala to vote against it for so kenoba. So because na audio play na me for
I wouldn't be so I would be surprised, but for now, I would be surprised now, so but for now, I would be surprised now, so but for now, we cannot assume, we cannot assume.
Yeah.
But looking at the track record, near common, you can conclude it's a new fan kenole.
Yes, not debitor. Yeah.
But in all the haniake, let's say then the start let's say the common so common deputy then it is simple. Common let them petition because common for deputy in month plus common. Maybe the democracy in a more advanced day to that extent, but if a National Assembly member misbehaves, the constitution is clear. That particular constituency can, petition him and he can go and by election to be conducted. So right now, we have to talk to National Assembly members. Let's say UDP, they have their MPs, PDOS have their MPs, GDC have their MPs, APIC have their MPs. Let them talk to their MPs, hold onto their ground and respect what the Gambian people decided.
Yes.
As simple as that.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, this is the final say of Gambians. Yeah. This is what Gambians want and do. Come now for Nyaming, more better content. More better content from the quarter. But na debitol Niko Benin Kalesha Dala. Na debitol Niko Gambino disappointed in draft constitutional call in Chadala. Because Baro Nyaja Kaluaka from the debitol sponsor. But often I do last muta because according to the source,
of course,
according to the source, a political advisor. Batem, let me tell you one thing here. Batem is trying to be very careful here, and he's playing a smart game here. When it comes to Pulka Baro convince Kanying Kadipito Keteng, that is coming purely from the political advisors. Alkali Kontelemu, Lamin Cham. Dusano anibaro la political group nga ko siaka jata nyol lamin jata nyol fode nyin kili nyol and so on. So itel fe barola first time mo manyana count la and according to na loi nyi wala nyi duko na do ko num fam man tankala num fam baro lota non 2021 akanyeta 2021 konole ni draft constitution kuma seta ni sanyu lulo me a ko to count la because draft constitution man draft as a draft time mo kono that time will be included.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So right now, draft constitution of Bantanyi Wadu Lokono, after about only 3 years left, the remaining 2 years, me along Kakabo Kalanun Kameloko, Saju Fulla Manjam for Kaira Bankola Muri, whatever is coming or what is going to happen in these 2 years, Ibatal. But Ali Unsebula, Ella finally Yamaro, in draft constitutional Kola, especially being headline on media, standard newspaper.
Let's plan demonstration. Let's plan demonstration. Attend the international community lako. Mansa kundami along ko alafakasi. So let's start it, in the form of, Kumas Najane, try to see how best I can meet some, independent, NGOs, try to talk to them that, the kind of president we have, is taking us back to Jammeh's era. So it is a responsibility on all of us to talk. Politicians will be really, massive demonstration and sort of. More can you final draft,
Exactly. Exactly. Abraka Bake, brother Alu, somebody is asking for your Facebook name. What's your Facebook name?
Oh, okay. Okay. After I call na Facebook name, okay, then like it's something personal. But after the program, I will call you personally. Then we will talk, inshallah.
All right. So amani from namra left abani ka karisi na wala ni tada life ka life menka wala ka several menke abajela page matter. But like you said, I know it's something personal. You can text it to me, and I'll text it to him.
Yeah, something. Yeah, so because these 3 days, not Facebook ni mantra phones. So I will. If I explain it, then we will talk.
All right, no problem. Abaraka. So any last thing from you or anything if I let me roto email on question on this?
Ndela mira roto wolo nyinte ko. First, nyanda kan hakilo to ID card koto. IEC nyanda kan nyalo la koto. Gambia la luwa ko. ID card, the only document that one can tender for you to get a voter's, for you to tender in order to get a voter's card is identity card.
Okay.
If you don't get the identity card, you go to court and swear to an affidavit. If you don't have these two, you are not eligible to have a voter's card.
Okay.
So we have to pay attention to this and make sure that we don't have people and secondly, Gambia and Nyanda together as one. When I deal this COVID-19, instead of information economy body trying to play with people's mind. So it is a responsibility for all of us to come together. 2021 and remove this government and start fresh. Because we have the same system in place. It is a responsibility of all of us to make this go, inshallah, come 2021.
Exactly. Yeah. Abaraka Bage. Thank you so much, brother Alu. Now for Mole Janena, maybe every Sunday I'll be having you here. We'll be talking about this draft constitution and the ID card to Kuoni Alasonta every Sunday.
Inshallah.
Yes. All right. Abaraka Bage. Mbadi ngolo comme na fo nyame ngal salo ngo nyamani Alasonta ning aliwe a discussion o sotole and we come to an agreement that ko akolera nyawnya time auto sotola nyawnya but mba trale every Sunday kana jang pour ka kacha soto with him about this draft constitution. Kachala section by section, it has 300 sections, 300 different sections, and most of these sections also have subsection menalonko mbe kachala janne for dani mbe alebe news tula for next election ola. We will also be focusing on the national identification code alwiya for nyame. It is the only document menalonko Gambia dingo nyante wala soto la no pour ka voters ka soto. This is why barona la mol be nyabe mare ni ID card ko la. Ni ID card ko jatti ko belale and they are spending millions of dollars on it because the ID card di menna e kadi wala free of charge. Ite la ka jo woli. Jol be jaba ko joye fam. Ite ka menna information olta. E ka menna passport number solta ila phone number sol. Ila all ID card information ol. Ite ka ID card di momola. Wala ba so kind free of charge. But the average Gambian is struggling to look at ID card soto. But also can no Gambian because he doesn't care about the Gambian. He doesn't have the heart to feel sorry for the poor people when it comes to our country. So in national ID card member dikang na falele their target amount is 500,000 voters card mialongo il have to kasoro kalandi karala. Kato fighter in their favor, among 5 in their favor, it's about 500 voters card mialongo yalandi karala ibol sikali yadi luntango le menu register fa peta ya ID card menna fa peta ba dina wala plo da kato fight comme ya jame même plan nous. Alala de Maroka or 300,000 votes na soja din kendol wol nata wodula nyinta kaje sabotage kaje ta kajani wolen kanyandi Gambia kusa balen kanyandi in 2016 na jambari adamante de na karte kesol ben fay adamante de Yes, Gambia no atel be on the ground atel kata katto fay. Atel le katto fay. Wala na credit go di yalla. Ba katte keso ka jolom box no dama man karandi de. 2016 December katte fayo. Kusaba le Gambia karandi kusaba. Wala de 300,000 voters card mi alon ko baro ya jame ari da landi karala. Gambia din kendo le jeta ya jani. Yo katte keso ta ya be jani. Bila bodo odo the sport counting. Sport counting. Jimalo dum ya baro fon ya jame fon da ko afon. Ala talla man so ya sunde mo city. Ay liyo du ande ada a fon ne wodi andi. A muta ko wala dictator na e Gambia dictator na banko dimol batandi. Ay batani to an extent that ko banko dingol silatala ate kamera banko dingol yakanole. So ate banko dingol mantora banko dingol silandi mol silata ate amra the whole Gambia love him. Then a fon la bonda fon da ko sport counting thinking that he will sweep the polls. Sabanjama munamu wala coalition. Coalition possible than yadile because he himself give the coalition enough time. Gambia election on yantakal no September kono of 2016. Atele election ta push asamba December. Bila asamba December at end of time the coalition was able to have the time to come together. Coalition will form the time jumala October. Ni election kada no September mina coalition be time so de ay lo ara bamuda wadu jumala April Karama revolution kada time jumala May non de June July August September dona takate fawol because ajini mutan ko be falale Jammeh was celebrating the death of Lawyer Darboe and others. He thought that they are gone because I posino men di molla pulia di wolla kaso kono wala bukana posino di wolla atam no fata wala ka foko danin katte fawo min ka foko be kala mansate wode be falal because he thought that they are going to go ala de maro kan lewol ke simati coalition na ka kilimoti but comme mama kande afala kacha kono nyame Baro is not trustworthy. Baro should not be trustworthy. Gambia mo kane mi rafa ko ni baro ka coalition okay because mama kande mem fa ko all the mem ako coalition la manifesto coalition la memaro numo nyi yamen submit to the IEC aka readle a jibere ako he was satisfied with it even though he was not part of the coalition, even though he was not in support for them, but he was satisfied with the manifesto of the coalition, the memorandum of the coalition. You mentioned me to the IEC. Ako it was perfect. But ako baro go coalition agreement on kono manifesto no kono. Ako baro man feng taje. Ku kilindra wala ka wala mo. Ka resign from the UDP katalo as an independent. Okola baro man feng respect in that manifesto. Okola baro man feng respect in that memorandum of understanding. Okola baro man feng hono. Naman ka resign from the UDP atalo independent. But radio interview wal kono anim program ko fo baro kilo man lo jan ka fo mo ko ade dafa doyelu. O baro kilo lo ra ko dama doyelu. I'm a businessman. That was like a song for me. I can say it anyhow, anytime. I'm a businessman. I will organize a free and fair election. And then I will hand over to the winner of that election. And I will go back to my business. I have for Mindole. I have for Dakar in an interview. I have for GRT Sola. I have for in an interview with Aruna Drame. I have for I was staying Hotel Oro. The first press conference. I'm in Hotel Oro. I have for during the conference. I'm with the Gambian diaspora when they went to the diaspora. When they went to the Gambia, meeting also with him. But at the end of the day, embodying Gambian Kolo. Yes, Gambian will mantra baro support kan sonta walale. The majority of the Gambians malafi barola. And the majority of the Gambians have baro danka kan suta tili. Men barola mansa kunda kone be sunya rol jebe do mo baro kan na manke taroti. Ila family members wala mala baro fe. The lives of Maimuna Baldenyol, the lives of Binta Sabalinyol, the lives of Mama Kadiba Jonyol. Animbarola ni so-called group of criminals all. Well done, Malem, and the family members all. Yes. But at the end of the day, that didn't be fit like Afro Gambia Malafi Barola. barol be lual men takang ebe planol men sidikang ebe slol men takang da dintel ba realize la o ba tara it's too late baro bale NPP launch la lungu men o lungu gambeno yente findilale mass demonstration mass protest to interrupt the launching of that so-called party. That party is illegally registered. Amanya no register. Falanja illegally registered. Barona la mol. Ya time o sodole. Ka kodo spend pour t-shirt le de print le nyame. Ya time o sodole ka kodo spend pour modol mi nyanda sana NPP. Ya time o sodole pour kana COVID-19 phone solta ke sunya in the name of buying condoms, in the name of buying motor vehicles to the tune of $12 million. Transport allowance and kudol. And can be passed over and be joke and gas be joke. Where's the remaining money? Where's the remaining balance of the rest of the money? Oh, iko mano sanda $700 million sila nyina to fangala. Ora sa Gambia mano body kilo costa jelela. Kar mano mendi dawan $700 million bags of rice. Mano mendi da Gambia ma 1 million bags of rice fangosi. Ora sa Gambia mano body sanda jelela. Yes, in fangala ki ankola modi lami.
Sana.
Yes, in Imbara.
Sana bari ka ndo kongo be no wallahi ya masu mi no yana badum ko yabo hanisho.
Yes, yes. Kongo be tala ndelbe tala nan lo kono. Mo nyaka sunto la folo. Anu ka sungo te jam
e. Bari mu ko ma hanisho le. Ni la ni bari mu ka system be nyame bari mu ka system le.
No, nte to nyatu nya sungo kan debata ndede. Sungo ka wax mo ci dara ale yalo. Nte buka. Ha?
Kengo ndo ga be ndaw.
Ya, sungo kan debata ndede to nyatu nya bale momo fan ka fa mbe konko ka mo ndiam ken sonti mo jatara konko ka.
Ndo ka bendu.
Asal nafa.
Yo sana thank you very much be ko kontonna be listeners be kontonna meni ba dube kan sayani me mina dube la nyako.
Abaraka.
Sana kacha nyingi fanya jamala ma. Yo be jamal lisbona be comme disaster. Aning barola plano ko plan jawol min lakam. Sana barola plan jawol nga start wala ndi Afrika mo jele.
Ya.
Afrika mo telefon le kam tan ko fuarut. Fon le mar ban fala fuar yalla. An nañ fuara be continue ni mam fali. Man karto di mola mumin yalla ko. Woli yalla ngan ko wasatale. Ma karto di mola men ko wasa. Sana fuara te banana banko kam do continue fuar yalla. Ino bor do sokla tarako. Slakini de sokla. Abili to diam bite. Ani wuliya fo. Abili to wol. Because ni adam boro yube. For example. Muma yalo ko ay wal democratic party jamfa. Tamu yalo ko. Palaso mi yalo ko dunia be mun palaso mi yalo wala president. Muma yelo be yesire ko kare ko palaso bila ta. Ni woni jamfa o ko reji wala jamfa la dunia ko.
Yes, mama kande wala fo.
Mo mo ni yalo ko be kan bala. Il faut le faire dans la somme là. Woni adam boro de kafla ndi mama e ko ba ko le somme na ko the first place. Et c'est interest bi be ñew ñam ñama. Adam la interest so passé et la interest. Hani APRC mi yalan ko kaka wolle mo mate. Hani APRC yalan mus no mistake ko pe. They will regret it for the rest of their life. Jam to do mama kan yalan ko radindi alna ko ra fundinke anu mo sala mate alko mo jawol mate mo kunto ko mate mo ngane sun kan no mate anato do men ko mo beto mate. Ana mo ko misin mate. Dari misin ya man ko do man ko sala mate. E ko den misin molti. Do fan ya fola. E ko den misin molti. E be billahi la itakela. E ko den misin molti. E bali yalla kuntula. E ko den misin molti. Ri banko be na fulo ala timo do banko kan. Wole passo di la Senegal jara wala. Boro mo solo tanko. Dialysis me from dialysis fonti. Abu masin question bi la boro fo mo le fonko boro sa boro mo solo.
Non dama fa gambelo be ke fanyi ni ka jinale. Why de kata jara wala Senegal? Ni na leptalo better. Why? This is the only question. Gambelo be yenda fanyi ni kala mena suta tili and yenda ka jabiro kala suta tili. Why Gamben diwo kata jara wala Senegal? Why?
Sana yalo gambela problem mench. Mo dan tani medi mo group ni de.
Ha.
Sana ni group no men ko they have a lot of influence. Men ko ni chelo no di wala, ne wili mu di la wiltan di la product di la. Wala kata bula mo noma. Fuaro noma. Ye fuaro te yelo chelo chelo di la fuaro e do la selu wafi. E do la soma wafi. Ite fuaro funkana tawo sia kolonkan. Ite fuaro funkana blo kanye keso kono. Ite kadro di menna o kana si air condition kono. Ye kadro di menna adi mo sama tubabu. Ye kadro di menna akana bula kenen sana mosro mosi balaje. Gambe solution damma right na gambe solution ni ngale do kadi kadi damma. Mos bu fi men nyado ko bu men ka wasata. Nyado ko men ka dinata. Nyado ko men ka seta Allah. Nyado ko men ko haniye nyamu talaka nolla. Nyado ko do mande ka ko nyafo. We need a serious leadership in the Gambia. Many musla ko sina mande. Sana yajele ni mande ko ni ko moy me fallo. Ha. Ala kamba jabi en fa ko wallahi hana madul le me fallon bi bandi ko moy me fallon na bandi ko do ko no bandi ndonte ko so mo ni ko do ko le baro sammi ni soma ko han sa defana do fallon balo le ko bani ni fallon o mo kino ko do benni kele ala ko benni kele bes lo dale amanna so le ko han sa ni na ka to do ko ni say ko fallon ni say fallo fo malo sana han sa me fallo fallon balia sera no banko ko atam bitat mantan men bidan kam fallon balia ni ko fallon balia ito mari fa la sora ni mal men be kele because ni boda klabuta ni kalam daro ko sana wala ito sonna people like better way of food it is some people like better way of food men go malaria malaria plus most of the people from the private laboratories malaria test e ka fele BF world field. What is them, madam? You have to go to private hospital. Yeah. So the global fund the program to Bangkok. Yes, sir. Look at the attack on Fumatra Chekan, Masakunda Mindy. What a myth I hate to it, but really myth for the never could make for a long time to it. The myth found in sense that it is body muscle sugar. Your body will sugar. It is a collaborative continue building with from creating Barakuna. But sign it on local demand, more so can sign it from Barno Sarano. Economasa, it is a Sagan in the operation of a sign. When we say must be a side of Palama, what a sound sound, Hansa the money make from them. The son of Balatu continue, Hansai, the Mambrojani Nandala. Yasa, the Nandala, Gabel Nafola. E batale batinyana dabino de sini ni ko be diame kamuko alke krimisage gatu masakunansa ko nale krimisage min mi to kisa be dumar krimisage ko hansa mambre ngai fa dafa ma fangolom ala ko lembe dide amma ko lembe jama fangolo in sense afna dimule so bare dimule so a ko mo so banko ka ba sai je ko mo so banko ka ito banko na fu da me ko ngata sekinu dada ilo fani ilo bambini e fambini e bare ni e be tawala sla furu ka e be tawala furu ni e be tawala furu ni By I didn't my family or something follow this and follow the second.
I send ko UDP ko le kan ndiro staff ko UDP TV&MEDIA la mi sama de be la ndiro
am na ni hanen telefon ni hanen telefon min ka diamute ni ma ñu ado le men ga man ken na adoti on sen mom fawlo because ni mom fawlo dila ado menti mo fay ala mendi ne wala hansa na fallo mbali ande sedal fond am nga ne dis
Exactly.
I'm going to say Monday and Gilde, put a claim with a minimum among the beauty. Yeah, follow. I'm going to make a mafia may follow, but I'm going to be married in Candy. But in Cafu near found the surrounding law, Kamaya will be Mangana. Yeah. So, nobody, when I did become Marshall Cola.
Yeah.
Now, Mulunya will Dapanabalu. If I go, UDP in Como, living Sobotaisna.
Yeah.
But you must understand, Nimbango Kanolamu, the Democratic Party as a political party, where Gambia or political party may Gambia Kanwayama.
Yeah.
The Democratic Party and the former Gambia, only the Democratic Party, Comatati, the Democratic Party, Comatabi, and Dali, to no Comajubi. So, with the Diamo Kensola, in the Diamo, it doesn't hold any water. It's just hypocritical, it's just lies, Poyatije, Fofrente, among the Mandan. It one of the evidence, what are the proof of evidence coming in the Democratic Medical? 90% of Bricam population, 95% of Bricam UDP. Yes. mo bu ko ke
yes
ila democratic am do kala mo be yalo ga jiro tikkele ako mo ni ka mo fa banko kan awo kala awo bono banko kan wasna mo rawo banko tinyaba
yeah
but it's all hypocritical ele sana balo fala be kandi kan bari sa fa ko men na ma ni ko fallo amanga ne kan man ni ko la example ala karamba kasama be ko fallo
exactly
ala karamba kasama ala karamba jabi ako fallo ko ko haramadu ma fallo ako biko ni ajibi hanna chol mena ko so mena ko kala fu kan chekili mo so fala e ke do damma de ke dilla ko be fallo mala ko mo mena ko so ma sin woni mi de ma ko ela
ha exactly
yawo sa ako ngani ma ko wanta di mali mi fallo fonde
yeah
so amanga ne de pour ka kala mo la amanga ne de ka fallo la ko do ko man ni ka kan kuma kilin ay minin nan so minin lu solo sana on that note mo ga lisno la ngi be ko ala baraka baga thank you
abaraka thank you so much brother Lamin abaraka bage mbadi ngol nana ko modo be la flaka dunnan but nana franka sobe kuring Europe play I know some parts of Europe is already after 1 a.m. there maybe some parts of Europe is already after 12 a.m. there it's only 4 p.m. here in Seattle, Washington, and I know it's about 7 p.m. in New York City and the East Coast. Wale kana singolate, but kamala kacha do tuta janeng kono mfale COVID-19 ala phone ying ebe kono ni speaker nyame mina ko fana kacha la in next program ni ala sonda Sunday be alu gagu sonda jana ko dengue will be talking about the draft constitution be sectional be cover one by one na le minimum gambeno le luwati and gambeno sala minimum le luwati na brother karamba gasama na mo la kanyin karo ke what is the relationship between the ID card and the voters card for your information brother for your information 1 second alaji for your information brother karamba gasama you cannot have the voters card if you don't have the ID card. Yung ID card kuto meron ko mo ECOWAS la ID card. Ibe mendi kang every government bole present la no pour que voters card soto in 2021. So let me make it clear one more time. Ita voters card soto la no. Or you cannot become a registered voter if you don't present the government ID card, which is the new ID card, wala mo ECOWAS ID card. Iko kola ku killing wala mo nadro ko ima ID card soto no because ibe Gambia la bantala no. Whatever ID card on time, you can go to any court of law, you sworn to an affidavit. Or affidavit fana, ibe proof for bondila. Remember attend ko Gambia di ngola meet. You might have a guarantor, something like that. So voters card on nyaje, ID card on nyaje balona la mol, ibe fam fa kan akoto, nyaja jate ko bela, nyaje be luntangol ba dika luntangol la because momo e Gambian voters card soto. Ele natalo ba bala atandi na ko Gambia di ngolo miti elo Gambia di ya wolbe voters card di lela so ni voters card di Senegal la ni ID card di Senegal la Senegal be voters card so la no Gambia ni ID card di Malianol la Guineanol ibe voters card so la no in Gambia and voters card ni so lo mi di ko istano katte odo wala police station o de katto fay obe di ante Gambia no le yelun tango je loring membo de Senegal wala membo de Casamance Guinea Conakry Guinea Bissau ya bula ita kato fay iko ta maka ko kala police station ro. This is why the likes of Madi Jobat and others are calling on every responsible Gambians pour make them from some police soldi Gambia no be mo nyanda kala police soldi membe kering Gambia suta tili wo kayantare at the end of the day I'll go back to the same question Gambia no dal fanyininka way ngata jaro ro Senegal way Gambia no da makata jaro ro Senegal why Senegal bukana jaro na Bangkok why Nigeria bukana jaro je but why President Barrow na minister little dingol sasa de kada jaro America le England and other parts of Europe so alaji men za wadu da mansia zebula nani dafta na kacha ko la quickly yeah
okay thank you so much Commander Sana Jarju abaraka bake
abaraka
ina wato min kaka e kana furka ini molti nyatili nyola ka pol kata min yalon ko walla be on the ground and walla fana be Gambia
saka bi sungo en nola
no indeed ngoleje biyo kay sungo no ngeje ba habas kan but once again
bi diabo fam ko la mbul na jang candidate but I have no other choice I have to come out
yeah indeed thank you sir we mbafle ko story but to ite yalo ne nyaadi dem e meta for le to tempo no le wona But once again, the Jiber Lal Contona, mini Yalonko, will be UDP TV and media follow up, be tentula back and be jaila. Wato, a kind of person mint UDP TV and media follow. Womun content Kubalti, viewers solo, it will more let mini Yalonko, Majora or sort. Once again, Bablego, Ala Baraka Bake, alias support minister of UDP TV and media. No contondero, deal upon a mola mini Yalonko, will be donate from the Kapanyamin draw. Once again, thank you so much, Sister Isis Singate, for the GoFund. Mini along ko panan ibe donation of cake and water wati the full cake and pruka ni muso ma ko mi along ko wala na sister timbare muso fatis tise mi along ko anadi mo be stiring jang anadi ma ibe be stiring jang ibe tumaran ke are ni gambian o be kato ke kan purke bonda ko ke ma ko ya ko mbe tentula baki mbe jeyila be wale momonde ya bonde dami ala ya lonne ala mari ala no min sun karo ko moto ala ma ala million jamal seye o kola drop na mpawala state na regiono birikama nkolo ambe akolali ko nalbe dendin suno
alaji ya so one second do nanyi musini ma ko jang binta damfa sima ko what about if you have the old one you can change it? Yes, if you have the old Gambian ID card you have to change it. You must change it to the new Gambian ID card. The new Gambian ID card is a sub-regional ID card. It's an ECOWAS ID card. The only difference between all the 16 countries in West Africa, the flag of your country will be at the two corners of the ID card. But a beam natal, a bela colamun kilimoti, a bela disaramun kilimoti, you don't have suffering France Kangola, until tabe suffering Angale Kangola, but a be ECOWAS ID card lem. So you can identify Nyame Wolamu, or you can differentiate Nyame Wolamu, the national flag of the countries on member ID card Ninkam. Fulanjango. Fingerprinting ni. This means you cannot go to Senegal, yes, ID card for Senegal because Gambia le fingerprint ala far prior. Nibes Senegal, yele fingerprint ye ID card for ye, ni ID card fit Senegal, wala ko bita Gambia plus double ID card for ye, ita so la no ye because yele fingerprint ala fana. But at the end of the day, I'll haklo to the loopholes. The loopholes wala mu Gambia le fingerprinting. They don't keep the records. Africa fingerprinted. They don't keep the records. Those are loopholes. Wala sabu anikabi most ID card solo no Gambia ita Senegal fana ya soro je even though yele fingerprinting ta sabanjango ebe ID card di kam mulunta men mantra wala fingerprint taka barola molbe ID card men di kam behind the scene ita mantra wala fingerprint ol taka so ndefa bintara Gambia pour kana ID card falling na situation do traje men yalanko ikatele salary ta bank now they are not even allowing them to receive their salaries with the old ID card. I met a policewoman, mental ID card falling, at a salary letter because they've been warning her, put yellow old ID card falling, you could have a salary dealer because they've been warning them. So right now, there are some institutions in the Gambia, some banks in the Gambia, they are not accepting this old ID card for transactions. So it's a money logo for all of us in Gambia, more better ID card on time. Mfang you witness in yala policy muso. Na benta baka stay the model approka la ID card falling. Ako ya won sinya saba nani jang bila tara iko ita la sarale dila because they've been warning her. Fire ID card crosser. O ID card nyini dula na benta nyoto na benta woldo. And ID card nyamoto nyine because I content no approka la sarale later. So you must change the old ID card to the new Gambian ID card put a voters card so in 2021. Muntu manam 2021 is just next year. It's just how many months away? 7 months away. So you never carry. You must abandon the new old ID card. Time in at recognize that. And you cannot have the old ID card to have a voter's card. So this is loud and clear. Government so long. So mama ba plan kan pulka kato fay anon diaspora ngol. Diaspora ngol mbal dandala nyina jam. Na katte fay o fanyinaje. Diaspora pulwe katte o fay fanyinaje. Yes, abe draft constitution on yinkonole. Yes, now pastor IEC have to go by the draft constitution. But IEC also have the power. Pulka fuko kodo mantaraje wala mon fonsol soto. Wala right now they don't have the means. Look at electional organized in the diaspora. Even though in constitution IEC will bring the budget yanta soro programs yanta electional organization in the diaspora. So they can also give us an excuse if they receive a pressure from the administration of President Barrow. Also, the diaspora voting for now, President Barrow for now use as an advantage. Look at election in Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry. Alal hakilo to robaki. Imala fa phone in Juna, do mala fi na ko kacha sai. But I cannot keep it. Yes, in America, Europe and Lado and Sesakato. But the other diaspora countries like Africa, Senegal, neighboring countries, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Mali, Nena political party sol mantra in a good position. Among police station control no anyama, among Kolke. Anyama. Barobe election Sunyana, Dakar, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Guinea-Conakry. Abashuna no nyadi da wala mu ikanyi 500,000 voters card men ba target ka. It after come print illegally. Ibutadi wala samala luntangoli luntangoli karto fay in favor of him. So diaspora karto fay abitende. Al na nyin calculate al na lembe menkela. Alaji haketu ne bule continue.
Yeah, thank you so much Abaraka Bake for Senayandiro. Janni mbet mina la jela. Mbeften do fala wo ID card la ko la nda faway min understand. Gambia la ID card yalo ECOWAS ID card le right? Okay, bari ndella ID card every 5 years la aka expire.
Yes.
Senegal 10 years.
Yes.
Womu a government nene ya kunu nakata kono ko nyanta ka pintile munen wodalilo. Nyimman sakunda la post ya talde professional ya bakal 5 years nin 10 years jampatal
no dalilo men beje Senegal la population on nyaaji be is about 14 million people population wise a bit difficult la pour ka ID card renew every 5 years fulanjango Gambia ta is a money making vendor for them. Nyaaji be Gambia is the only country in the entire world mealanko driver's license can renew every year.
Yes.
Driver's license can cost general Gambia $850.
Yeah.
So Gambia ka ID card hold di mola, ka voters card hold di mola, ka passport hold di mola, ka driver's license di mola. Itel Gambia masakunda ko use la pour ko make. Itel ka use as a money making vendor for them. Itel mani njoko banku dingol en tan document so banku dingol la wajibo lamu ila rights lamu
responsibility
pour ka kaytol soto. But itel ka use as money making vendors, because at the end of the day Gambia is the only country in the whole world dunya tonko nano be men ko driver's license ka falling every year. So ID card okay every 5 years di. So ID card nyaaji be ni mo lafta ID card wala lafta ko do kila mo apply ID card o soro alaji $500 ki wala $550 ki kana $450 ki.
No.
Yeah. Kana okay because photocopying in fingerprinting in kulo le ka beke at the end of the day you end up paying $500 pour ID card soro. So again, moro karabana no kambenyi kala difficulty at the end of the day ila question ni ko ba benyi kala ko fingerprinting in Karola. Of course, fingerprinting in Karola, as far as we are concerned right now, as far as the situation is concerned right now, every diaspora need after Gambia ID card like you have to travel to the Gambia. But naba nyama same election in Gambia masa kunda nyanta tala diaspora like a Gambian will meet in the diaspora because we have a constitution on you. Gambia is the 8th region. Gambians in the diaspora, we are the 8 regions. Nunto saving them. But later on, Gambians in the diaspora and the population of Kobe Nyamen, and income contribute towards the GDP, and income contributes towards our foreign exchange services, to the economics. Gambian diasporas are now the 8 regions of the country. So Semlex, Nyanta inim Gambia Masakunda, ye finti Gambian kang in the diaspora, ye ID card dealer. Ning Gambia lela, Gambia di ya proof no nyame. Manya travel kata Gambia proof kata ID card soro. But at the end of the day, for baro Masakunda be nyinkala ba. Itakela. Alaji haketu barmbe karamba kasama danila.
No,
yes. Go ahead.
Iba da apa nyimina topic ko kono le. Because wato tebulu ang alone wato banta andung konko fana be dundi. Ngaje keken do be.
No, but konko na be na fana nimboda jam fana to do borokela. We have about 4 more hours to go. Keken do munata manya na diamula. Jimale ke sai audience lo nyini ka ba bil sunkaro tani sande ba jimale keken do je. Jimale aje bil sunkaro tani sande.
Walungana morna foji telde.
Fa may fane na haftanu do mbi. So
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, Punyami, exactly. Abaraka Bake, Kosene and Gambia Dingola. You are doing great. Thank you so much once again, Commander Tanabairo Jarju. Mbedwale Simani Jata Kende Alam Betun, Betentula Bake and Bejaila, Ebekato Minke and Gambia Kono, Molba Jekane, and Molba accept Kane, Yalon and Terminialon, Ebe on the ground, and the Molkan Poli, Ekamina Ila Photo, Ngalon and Ning Alakema, Commission Beta Mariwato, what is up for Amin. Once again, Sister Aisa Stingate, what information on Kanyana Kapo, Tendo Bijan Kanyana Kapo, Aisa Stingate is an ambassador of UDP Men's Corner, Ila Musoli Yamin Tombo, Abola Kono, Europe.
Ali ambassador Latombo.
Because Nina Molman Katapola, but Nalo Nata Garawla back, a story UDP Men's Corner.
So, I think a Musu ambassador Latombo.
No. Ila mo commander. Iba nga yung ko vice tele amba do kana kuna fenen jan.
Asenyani de. Ke kona ka musu ambassador tombo munela. Ora ladies kona fane ke ambassador tombo. Anu na ke ambassador tombo na I'll be your first ambassador.
We have three women's ambassador in the whole world, America, Africa, and then Europe. Isa Stingate is an ambassador to the Europe, and Penda Dabo, our America ambassador, Tisco, the Black Beauty, me along Utino Dabo, but in the Africa ambassador once again. Join us to congratulate all of them. Wokono Mbatentula Mbajela, the Kapumin, and you go for Mbatentula and the Musoni, what be dua for like me along Adua, Akabundang, and Kekafula
Musu ambassador and Temanda Korwa. But go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Once again, Mother straight to the topic. Me along Mbadi in Birkamon Court in the West Coast region, and in Birkamon Kolu. Mbafle ni bedending tuno nyina mbafle fana molle mini alon ko tonya nam badi ngollom tiñollom kapuñollom terollem nden da suno nyina ko min na fulo la katara bari point kilimbije gambia dingolo alnga tonya ko nyoen ning alaydiya gambia dingolo alnga tonya ko nyoen ning alaydiya anka gambia no nyinin ka nyin sanji sabo kono adam baroye I promise minela mi yalon ko aya fulfille Gambia dingol alsta jaji killing pulanyango nin dimba bol min be kering to ni manke sacrifice theater enough is enough sabanjango nin responsibility be mu government net adam baroy manka man kunda ay police station loji da atariata nyawnya ndinya adam baro wata kanon ayasan nanne atariata nyawnya ndinya ma pour ka fond defend ala 3 years adam baro ya But B for Gambia fire service tolu from the minto Gambia dingolu fire service tolu ni call itala fault ni mbasene andila la set mbasene andila ila fault mi minede fire service tolu ni call ko se ata him polo ye pare ni jabi ke jabi binala wolemu ndel tinano je ko mo sinana ni manke kumati mi ya ko nyede mpole ya sedia aketam ko nyala ko mi ngafo no jarala so ko le min keta wularo no dimbabo ta korda do ko nga fire service tolu ko iko mo cité no kan ini moy nana way si mo do nyaat to ay nana you understand ko fire service no problem but impact wo be ta marala fire service no ko intelligent ke ko le wato wati ya ko la mo tol nyaata robe na ko jelle ti nyaata min 3 years ko baro e manson jelle no min 3 years ko baro ya ko fe go ku jelle la min 3 years ko pa baro woli na ku jelle kasara Gambia la economy kono min 3 years kono Gambia dingol minister ni ka bambaro la minister jumale performta kadrin sanji kilimo botaje kadra e kuten damo na la mol bayne bay ke bondi government kono minister jumale bigi ali min na performance minister jumale bigi mi yalon ko amantara wuliyale fo kan Gambia dingol ye this is the reality and fact this is exactly abelari nyami and the minister jumale tombona ali ko ni na state a performtale ba kan be du tay James Gomez ten mi yalon ko wolon minister district malo nyaadi ni nyaadi Henry Gomez wol ten mom buren jay ten ali be mune fono la gambe dingol yimmu ko evidence la fawati mi yalon ko ngalon ko baro man na pour ka gambe do ko bare anatale pour ka gambe kasara because baro e mo mi fawol tombo number 1 pour ka ma ko do ko wala ko mi yaaje mera mo tombo dingol ba ma ko la nyam ba tebo la pour ka gambe dingol arrest ke soro ka Gambia dingol la na flor kasara ka taxpayer la monilta a dundi ifon kunkilin na papunto baro e nyim mol appoint wala pour ya ma koy wala amad ba wali mu nek industry amad ba wali mu nek kolto ministre mi yalon ko wala marta kon ninke la karola almeni aje stadium du malta be football jibela almeni alom min tolon way mu munelon football to way munelon kon ninke la kuoto the end of the day mi yalon ko wala ndi second passing mi yalon ko atele sembo soto gambia beti ay sa docteur ay sa touré ali ajele ay min ko gambia kon ninkele gambia alin kan nyina nyin ko lan kanyil ta an ke muta drone nge kuju a loko kilin doron nge landi maral this is the reality and the fact gambia dingolo alin ngan hakilo sabatin di bak alin ngalon ko banku doli ikile nyaton ko stress nyami okto koye ko te dangola alin fanan ngawo ke bank kan nyina kula kan kutu ko ma nyini kuleti mi yalon ko ku kaw ku ballem andum banko nyanta ke mireñina gambia dingol fonte la flam pawla ba nin ala tem gambia dingol baro bi adingo faade donation o danale facebook ko roba ñine ngaro gambia dingol ko bi baro adingo be jaral problème o soto la bank ñine ngaro gambia dingol ko amad ba dingo bi abe jaral problème o soto la bank ñine ngaro gambia ko mambure njay mi yalon ko abe gambia la nafulo millions aba dugul dakal kan ñoko na taytol mutake type computer to ani kanana na député kan min yalon ko wol kayla ko ni wol ba nyabola wato min na wolon di 2022 and in fact ni atara fon gambia fon ko molta ke lol ban kanyum député dol bi ke recall min e carte fayle ye recall ngata bay election nga député tombo wol en non te gambia be dami abe toro ko mi yalon ko bata ba abo wala kono nga jël député ben fer kan nyami Gambia, man sakunda kono hani dusano bi adingo fabe jaral problem o sotola. This is the reality and the fact. Gambia alinga nyo mapo. Gambia alinga lakim pawola. Gambia ntel damma man ke banko dunia kono.
Hakedu alaji jara malam for you are still with me. Nimantara sane kunda kuola. Can someone just block that Aliumane for us? Aliumane, the admin.
Let me block it. Let me block it. I'm watching. Let me block it.
Yeah, just block him. Yeah.
Nyabakane, let me block it immediately.
Yeah, I block.
Bawe iko kam mol nene ita de la moy role e ba
na lafta I fake one way la ko de na ko de na na nyaaw do block la
min ka ko jang ko man ke to nyaati ate ya ko bang ate ni Aliumane barola ministre jumale perform ta kadrin sanji kilo tambita kadri wo 1 billion ko bota jana ilata jana Hussein Dabo e kato ke foreign minister kata finance minister mi yalon ko wala kata what is the name again UDP la minister mi yalon ka benu finance Amadou Sane ay kata jelle ke wo karola pour ka ten soto nam bantala bankura pour ka na di Gambia ko kabiri wol be bota je al to nya ko Gambia al nin alay dia al yalon ko al dam mal bi dalla kaburo to ministre jumal na min perform ta mi yalon ko Gambia di ngol man ni toro to dala ko min man Gambia di ngol traité min man baro ma ko politiko la min man ko te mi yalon ko time minister of government and land
ngo alaji my favorite minister is Minister Mbalo, the former minister of interior.
Yes. What kanono
ana minister dayel ngo nyamna so da Gambia minister ko baro da Gambia yep
amuruta nam baro kay ko okay so ita mandara politiko fa sala mi de jengendi la
just because baro bitanem drong ako wole integre minister of interior that's very sensitive position. Minister of interior baro am fenka mo le fo mo dayel ngo mbalo
ngana jele my party tempulamba jayila kabira nata immediately minister sande wol niyo torande minister sande wol justol bondi kono ay pero ke ko la arrest understand obi ila ki court case bidaka okay court case ni kono adam baro e kude talal mutala ay ki tindi ay so court case ni kono ay gambianol mutale min ya lon ko ifinti tala ka jininka ila sanji sabo ni yemin ko nyaadilam ay muta ay soron tilimbali akan gambia kontan hakilo lam pawto ba tonte la lam pawla gambia al duwa diaspora abala fa warta bi bake bi min diaspora man tara lorin gambia ko man be nyokunun nan this is the reality and the fact anin kala nyin dulal mis andu ngajibe ko min bitakan du sano woli min kijang ka alfalle nen bari ngana nyin fire accident la mi alon ko ino west coast region na region o birkama albe tu mbali nyin kala Kabiri 1965 Gambia West Coast region e muneto the capital of West Coast region Birkama sate ba e minister of government kono inke lefto minister of government kono min kata street light wolti only 20 million dollars wala ben ninna avec tema tay was street light wolu ibe e hayna moto accident wol wolle ke kati loka kombe bi minto Birkama man street light o kawtalo so min mam bala fam fawoy billahi wallahi tallahi ala ke bala fala West Coast region
alaji na tonya fono jong I believe ko fono ko ciankol le alla sato 2 minutes iko ciankol nene wodiata masakunda da fay ciankol nene trust me masakunda da fay ciankol nene because ciankol hayna ye promise airport han ka dol be believe ni ko airport be pareda imolo mola ciankol dol be believe ni ko han ka be o kawsu njani airport be pareda so Birkama fani na reje ko al free wifi foi Birkama is dominated by ciankante am wana neno al neno dia
ciankol anyway e manken sanoti bar alien tora ciankol en tora ya dina ko president baro nyaar dun tanna dulala wo free wifi min ika ko baro yo ko la foka parede wo ko mo nyamo ko baro ni ala tema tata lo ko tenke ya ala mine ko ako Birkama de lo tano lo la je mi yalon ko banjunun ko bina ndesan adam baro to robbi adam baro ala nin ilay to ka Gambia dingol neng ite man lo tano ni maintenance no min be banjul min mo lo tano bana fat ite mo tino kana muruna ko te ika ko Birkama ko le mina lo tano lo leja Gambia dingol fokke ba ni yalon ko aba ko bulo ko na hakilo be tamakan abo fala dalalo ba abara fa wata yilin karo mi yalon ko
ila ma mina men fulale marso do fana ay lele mo do fay pra mina men fana fulale la marso do ko
mina na marte kan ni adam baro la ta Gambia en woye commencé ay Birkama la marte ko ma bawo adam baro la stio atuta premier santel la Birkama la karola ye bi ika kol du nyoko mi yalon ko nawe imam wulki je min yalon ko wala beteyata imam penki je mi yalon ko wala beteyata bi motol katara malakanne bi ikaje pour be malakan ika fa sa sur kumandi moto table bi le kerfat be interview e kan nyaade fital la ibe motol dadata adam barola wata kanono lumin bitatri yes jotna release la ni na video jibe abide la kabirum futata ngayeta ndi molan koy play la wata kanono londi ko tanke ya nyaati ni silol adam baro be smart ring abe loring abo ko jibe kan atela 3 years jotna nyimbe fel la nyami ay motol natina min ya lon ko wol mum moto expensive ngol de joram ba katangol ti a gasol ay wol be natna ka fo protect bari han kabi Gambia la fire service wol o sinin ay mol malonde bi bat bawo ni tay kasi inyaabe man sakundala mol be la tax payal tax kodol jokanje ibe kol ke kan ita kana ka ko mol min be donation di kan munan nay imam fire service wol ma ko unfortunate modol bije ide do ko la man sakunda ko bare at the same time ikataka man sa fasa kan dalila table fen table ala alfaya tambita wala la kebente manoti da ala interview ke nyamin aman serious aman ko ko ni yalon ko Gambia di ngol samo bari banen 2021 ko adam baro nyantaka hayle atunti Gambia di ngol kan ka campaign yote ba adam baro ka be jaral kendo sotola almasoto adam baro di one of the best interior minister ayana ti pour ka la banko kantandi repin de Gambia ko be bije mo fa bije tunaro tribunal tunaro bije ay one of the best interior minister may fati na ka kala ka full fast track pour mo Gambia di ngol ya kontani ye man sa kunda nyin nati minna ye amad ba nala ka ko mol nala hypocrisy ni mol iko ni man nyim bay aba fole to bondi kan aba fole ke ndodi ala takila pala solta ya bondi ba de minister itano to wole mu ke Gambia kon wole Gambia banko ya fito nyaade hani tribunal ba di ka mol re Gambia kon bi atata akabe basse marti sawndila akaka ta molol londi basen ko billahi wallahi tallahi ala ko man sakunda ko al fata la marse lori wala bari Birkama la marse ni adam baro na abulo tori wala lodo ataka na tenne lo wodo wo be kala Gambia la bawol because wote kala ko mi ka foko nga findi silo kan ka wuri kamuruna adam baro be min create la Gambia ko na ba sotlan ata bayla mu sate bala marse na mata wala abalo na ko West Coast region
ko kilim fana so foye jam ko kilim so wuli a foye jam Barrow will go to Birkama market. Barrow will make a big promise because aboka amalu. Kuma kensen fo boka amalu. Abidala afo, abidala kuma fo memon soto, abidala asisoro fayandi, kuma ba fayadu moto kona kodi ayta koy no fana kama selem felentar. Kuma kensen fo boka amalu. Abakila there's no doubt about that.
Bate ko mbal tenkela, mbal telenla, alfintinan aten min be marse kono. Ko e na fudo mimpo. Hani staying mole o soto abulo kono ba baro buka ko nene abuka mon nene aka ko nene technology be dano advance tale moli yalo ne mimbe kering basen kata ila ka ko do ni aputa tetel bi o kola ite na muruna ika aisa ture ki pour kadum alkalol kan ka jibe ite bo marse kele ifan sum marse tinyari ya jamme ni ne ke kunu ale ni no kondem ko ya jamme kan nyati wande dulal le kan ya jamme kan na industry dulal damini alon ko amma alon fa ibe nyaadi ya jamme kata ka foje ma talde aka dulal boyende akelo aka safa sunta dan be dum patel le mo ni be ko kondem dan ya adam baro e mul promise le di tangi sabo nyun kono ali mira bang nkana nyina ya da me timbal ya mi ke 22 years manina wala menina no la adam baro la nyim promise min kara nyin sanji sabo kono rek andum promise min ya lon ko bi gambia na fulo min dun ta gambia kono adam baro na la criminal na la mate yal ni man ka funyo man pour ka ko nyin kasar isa o lole ya bang isa promise be fulfill yana nan gambia di wo gambia din inyan ta kasen so ko kono remember is 1.8 million population gambia kontel be tula ni ku yala ko be tula joy yala ko wo tuta gambia di wala bulo ko janin 2021 ko adam baro nyanta ka chance ko di adam baro la ko kanalo gambia di wol nyaato ka kuma do ko e ko tanke adam baro la ko bala fa warta ka lo basen ko le ko aka ko e ko nte bita no opposite
exactly
inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un no adam baro mi
gambe no lende kay gambe no man ka samuta gambe no lende man ka samuta nyoti gambe no hey
well, no this time yalo ne gambe no te gambe no ite disappoint la because gambe dinjelle be koriyo kono bi ñu covid-19 gambe dinjelle batata tije ñu covid-19 forena jelle be ila hajul topoto kan gambe kono normal wo tayni sol min be goldi liko kono jana ñim mol be do wala je ben gambe dingol joyandi kanje ila banko kan e ka loi respect je nyami foy mo fo gambe dingol alnyaato kamba ibe tilmal ya min na mo ngol la je fal nyaato kam wol betar gambia kono nyale forenal benna banko han iba talam multene domandi woto gambia di mo ni muntel ke la responsibility tere nga ken na gambia di nga gambia di ya nga fasa ngalon kon tel wulta gambia kono andu we have only gambia ni tayni sol min yalo ko ibe batil mari haka ibe na yirol kuntu kan understand min kam bala fay ka fonnin ke samboto ike joyande ike sikandi ni yiri balla ike jo less than $10 wala $15 ni nata jibe woni nyanta ka jomi na is more than $100 a day last time asile on keda birkama tana ni lo tawo mol ko kunto ntele mel lorin harma ni ko na kamba tan yobal ngam min fatan ni ala temaro ayni sol de wol sabun na fannin kelkam di end of the day ni ila bul katerino ikaporo min soto ita dun law iki sikande yirola dan mi wol betula joyala ko roba ni tara gambira marché bal dawdal lin itataji ikatara forenal leje muda inum man sakunda be business wala ibe bribe la ibe dula kendol tile gambia fontel be kontine nyin ko ko film pola faya service la karola kunun ko nte tata pour suntera nyin wala no dula do Senegal you understand ne faya service ni covid-19 nyin ko ngam ko ren ni ala tema no ni ala tema inda wallahi tallahi ni ko sta dawda ka faya service jere image fulol min ka wasirol kete nyim banano adimo moto ya felle demanding woni moto fire service wala moto ko kala ya tika ya samba min atina ngofo gambia police station no ititaji yi mo report ma fo ta town report alaji senegal mun tele europe lati senegal be africa le ma senegal mun tele europe lati trust me ko be de ke senegal la service do dolbeje senegal la banko population wala siata dro wala batani demanding ngoni population ma siano service do be senegal mun tele europe lati sai. You cannot compare anything in Senegal with Gambia. Nothing. 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 Yeah. But ni na dol be ye first station auto for sa for ta kai ti ko yo san. But stay ni ente jahali woto. Ika fo moto luwase ka to be ke bari ka police nyaton koje. Police SO, police Sajino, police street parak. Na tela muso de transpala kata dulato. Aka police la moto ta. Aka Gambia la taxpayer la kodota ka san essence la ka ko moto kono. Katala matala kunkan dingol stika. Katala matala no ringol stika. Katala baku no ringol stika. Ke transpandi dularo patele fisiare Gambia dingol. Wala patele baku kunka Gambia dingol batka. Po moto nyim patele bana fire samba. This is the reality and the fact. We have to stay this Gambia. Ali nga ñoo ñininka wo police ke ba mi yalon ka kam mol o da police ndul o da prieta ya tele baka sul transfer ko wala emergency ka ite sumo mu kira bu ko wala sumo la tanya kile kan wala ye criminal arrest imala ba nat la nyami wala aha yaje man kan de wala life care exactly ta lo tanu to ambulance ko foreste iston tay man so ila mo betal la larine ani yo kabo last time almamo do banta nyala bir kamal lo tanu because of ambulance problemo because of a dingol man ko do so ide sanso tanamina annu wo ambulance milbe doctor mimbije ani to fen mimbije ni pare e telephone diwol ye problème so e ko mo to use ila hajol kun ko ni man ke to nyaari ba ko ni mo politique diamol tiba ko ni mo UDP ka diamol tiba wala ko UDP ko damal kata marte ko Gambia ali nga jibe mun baro be mineke ka is the reality and the fact ika police je ibe na motol tala ika sojarol je ibe na motol use la ibe bakasol transfer dulal ni tata bi ita ko nga problem wol na ko ko iko yetende so beji pour kata wolta ikis i foresti alta kastul birkama kastul gara so nyinto ali ya jibe taxi driver min bija ali nyilinga mo jelle kanara je pour que luas kata mo arrestna mo do kata lorende bari ni te nata bi i barama rengo andu mi te barama abe suwol kono yanta kata kamma min police ke ba pare pour kata ala kalanta yala wala kata sunkuru bayndol no adam baro man sa kunda peltale
yes
na pare pour kata kalanta yala sunkuru bayndol e ko le bulandi mo moto kono ya sambala sunkuru bayndi dula yeta bula yeta takti luas ayti ko mi yalo ka be buri je ni sula takay ko la everything ika be to jele telephone but the end of the day ika tete stand kay ko we know it very well ngalon ne ni mo ko nyalle ti gambe ko ni man ke to nyaati ba ala nga nyoni ni kanyi na ko ni to nyaati ba so muna sande muna fono la adam baro de mine fono la gambe di ngole andu kunu nganyim be kondem lan ko nyine entel batandi ko diaspora yela na ful be yi fo balala ya dungu nyim ko la kono pour nyim man ta kunda e boji bare dile abe tiare dile abe continue dile sunyaro de nawe dile ko jarol be sunyaro la dile police be sunyaro adam baro government is very sad ay tandenol pel diamuti je fentije ko sola almaaje mine be lortano to ba musol be nyopalin na hansain e lara wala pour ka wulu musol be fa kan yelol ko dambe di wala fanyu manke toñaat ko wuli yalo baraka ba ke manke toñaat wala nyimu yudi ka diamolde once again malla fi nga pus nyaato because ngi ko be pol be fala diamo be sialal bari tomorrow they can catch me on UDP TV and media ni ko bira inshallah
ni ko bira nyaado fan telephone Ndefo be mfamfulale konko benna shino benna I need to have a nap before I go to work. It's 4:44 p.m. here and I have to go to work at 10 p.m. So
kuno comment do understand me yalon ko iko UDP TV and media is CNN and BBC. That's why we love the platform. So once again viewers on panambo fulale mbalten to la for me I'll choosing UDP TV and media as a BBC and CNN. Oh, that's great. I love that comment. I did a lot of that comment. Kunu time o mewe diamo la program o kono ngomol di basa pe kan.
Okay.
You know, apo ko mbe tentula mbe jeira. De aisa stingate mba tentula ani muso nyum fanan hani kabimba fly te center ni ala sonta Gambia dingolo ibete atale molle mini yalo ko tonya ikela kato dawo kele up to last minute mo mol tentala mini yalo ko ibita kan underground ibe pol ke kan ibe donation di kan go fono bita kan ne once again ya no kan mo monde manjutu tenne ya kije furka musundo nyum ma koy bawon to laman sakunda teltal bawo e dingol kata jara lol babu tel dingolu nge borinde Senegal inene ka jela fanan Gambia lo tano kono Gambia dinjumal be tintile ya ko inene moji je min yalon ko forena lo ana ta jara lol je amanke Gambia dingol ala ari nyinin karo ko la munan wol bukana won fenti je bar once again do mol tentilo ko tay mbe salute ko tan je komanda
baraka ba
TV and media tentu ke jey.
Thank you so much, Alaji. That's Alaji SM Jabate, UDP Men's Corner President, and also our representative in Dakar. So it looks like UDP Men's Corner, it will be muso letombo kampule kila ambassador. At the end of the day, in Gambian Koru, na ale haketu suwakuda, especially for those of you in Europe. Now some parts of Europe is already 2 a.m. there, some parts is already 1 a.m. there. Africa, I think 1 a.m. there now. So it's a late night show. I couldn't come earlier today because my colleagues were on the platform. They were also doing the show. Minkata Sister Jaraiti and in Hadi Demba. So I also have to give them the time. Put it soke. So now I feel like late night show. So what I said was show kura damandi. Right now, I'm sleepy after coming from a night job. Someone that's and I have to go back to night job again this evening. So nambadi ngo dojele me nyin karo kejang ako ndrembe diaspora wala membe outside Gambia ba edika so la nyame. Na question on jabi jara banana before maybe atamantara no around. So one more time. If you live in the diaspora or you live outside the Gambia, the only way you could get the new ID card, well, you have to travel to the Gambia. You have to travel to the Gambia, your Korojo, your formal field, your ID card, Sorono. Unless and until the government decided to get to us in the diaspora, which I doubt. Baroma Sakunda Bokela. Yes, you could the TRC Pruena, you could the Constitutional Review Council Pruena, by right hand, I could deal a seneless like contragoment did a seneless like. Pull your Gambian walling outside ye ID card on dira. Wala foni me ake mafia yakam. Ba on alno ko katra outside le nga ID card so Gambia. Astafurai mbe outside le nga passport so Gambia. No jele gamba Gambia mu nyeba bankoldi. Mo la passport expired le ya ko ki badi ngole Gambia, ye natalo ki badi ngole Gambia, ye la passport renew. Even though we still have the biometric passport, but if we live outside the Gambia, ila passport expired, ila travel no back to Gambia because you are undocumented, wala ite mufintila no ka muna, wala taiwa me febo ite fintila no Gambia muna on time, you can still renew your passport. You will be given the normal passport because if you don't allow yaki the fee ibadi ngoleta with the information of your old passport. Yes, you can still have a passport if you live in the diaspora. Because yalo no ko mobe to travel no to the Gambia and mobe man documented immigrants and fulajang ndebeta no embassy to. So you can still have the normal passport if you live outside the Gambia. But the biometric one sold for a present physically because you can able to letter. The biometric Gambian passport only for a phone taraji because you can able to letter. Or less until the government decided to issue passport at our embassies and high commissioners. But we are still behind when it comes to certain things. Gambia still have a long way to go, even though it's the 21st century. So the national ID card funnel, you can only travel to the Gambia Puliasoro because you can book on letter. Or less until the government decided to come out and reach out to us in the diaspora, look at ID card holding mola. But obulukondin tabe mfana tapali abeje iba adika luntan men mantra obulukondin woltaka iba adika luntan menna e mantra obulukondin woltaka wolkele information la maldila ila passport picture, that's it, boom, you are gone. But again, the only way niluwa man falling anuntara silola and according to the draft constitution iba ID card la present la pour que voters card sotono ID card yi mabe kala waldi abele bana kala minati wala mni new ID card oti. Or yeta to the court of law you sworn into the affidavit puli okay to so present no puli voters card so mina ba sabule bo kala wala mni ko maybe be living in diaspora le itara Gambia time oti je pour que ID card so wala ID card ni ba so la ita voters card so la no, then you can go to the court of law and prove your citizenship and stuff, whatever. Police want to an affidavit. Voters card. So, Luala Carol and call for any called Tamata Nyama. But at the end of the day, come Gambia when Yeba Bankoldi, loop household bejele, we beat the system. Put the colors or no. Luntalman Fankara Gambia, ID card, you know, Brebe came for a decane, Brebe came about decane, police ID card or no, the Kalano do bypass it. Because you have step off on a Seattle. You can follow that, make a follow, for the Sando. Febe, I not have ID card dealer. Oh my God. I went to that Gambia's ID card area in around 8 a.m. in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning, Nimba Mataraje Pluka ID card. It was already 6 p.m. 6 p.m. And it was 6 p.m. when we found that very day ID card. So I need it. After 1 week or 2 weeks, an ID card picked up. So driver's license $850. Driver's license you can renew every year in Gambia. Every year. So Semlex is making money. It'll ba furuda Gambian multi, it'll ba furuda na administration multi, it'll ba kodo. So once again, mbadi wal mental time out amansi mbali tentula mbali jaila mba fala ko ala barka bake for the support, even though it's a late night store. Hey, ndal jola no. 2 a.m. in the morning, some people are still watching. 1 a.m. in the morning, some people are still with me here. Ndal fala ndal jola no. Wana konko bena nyaonya sino bena nyaonya mfananko I have to stay with you guys. So ala barka bake to all of you. Ndal be to for the mental wado amansi. But one more time, bedal no kala korenke mbadi UDP call. Ndalem bakilim fakilinti. Alna kamben na unity short on the Maltema is the only way forward. Mbadi UDP call. Those of you on the ground down there, and those of us in the diaspora, the only way forward is unity. Kamben on the Maltema. No doubt about it. Momo Fiatal, though, you are fooling yourself. Momo is playing around that you are fooling yourself. The only way forward, the only way for us to win the election, the only way for us to have the next government, the only way for us to have Bauselu as our president-elect is Campbell. Unity. That's the only way forward. Alno nyobole obula. Abe kerine wala nankafo. Most of you will not understand why that day we are upset. I'm not going to into details again. Most of you might not understand why we came out and we attack each other. I tell boys will understand that military Facebook, they all say that they are quitting politics. I'll tell you. But behind the scene. And we have gave warnings. We've been giving warnings about it. Look what finita bantra diamond solved. Maybe more bole come. Many Kenyan UDP call bole. I'll tell audio some leadership oya. I'll come more several screenshot. I'll come more personal screenshot. I'll stop. That's the only way forward. Kambe on the Maltema, unity in the Maltema. Competition kanatra platform ni platform tema. Competition mantra group ni group tema. Competition mantra money more tema. And be focused on the bigger picture. Ka UDP Yuruandi, ka UDP Sambanyata, ka more encourage na UDP. At the end of the day, the majority carry that our election not now win with landslides. That's it. Kambe, unity is the only way forward. Kambe, unity is the only way forward. Let's get each other's back. Touch one, touch all. Let's be each brother's keepers. Let's be each sister's keepers. Let's stand soldier to soldier. This is the only way forward for us as a party. If not, nafatala. Ndadol nafalele. 2021, we are done. 2021, we are good. We're going back to our family life. Because this is not a life. We're not having a life. And some of us, and more others down there, we are not having life. But Mbake come for the love of our party, for the love of our country. Namono mentioned 22 years, Malefi called Soro Koreng. So once again, Allah Barka Bagi. Good night. Alma Sudo Karosela, time over.